you start to see the way I feel. And my actions, y'all been forcing me to say what's real. Fake handshake before you see me take a deal. Like Colin Kaepernick, I make a meal. I ain't talking for the flag. Shorty got on makeup, all my niggas wear masks. Yeah, have an identity crisis. We tryna get rid of ISIS. Brody got the gas on him. We tryna fiddle the prices. Yeah. All you niggas Gucci Louis, I'm on a different designer back when the chicken was Tyson. Yeah. Lately I'm killing my rivals, all of my women is biased. I know she thinks she a diamond. Yeah. I hit these hoes with the Midas.
All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Not Included. I'm Skoota. All right, I gotta drop old wavy. I can't say old wavy no more. I ain't wavy. I ain't been wavy in a long time, dog. Don't be taking care of my shit. Yeah. So I'm going with the Don now, like my name. Gotcha. So I'm Skoota the Don. Got Snackavelli. Got other cuzzo.
Cal, a.k.a. Boomer.
Oh, you still go by that?
Still go by Boomer, yeah.
I know your pops used to call you that.
Pops, yeah. I be trying to tell people, like, you don't really know me if you don't know the Boomer. Like, yeah, so we could just go with Boomer, man.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's how I was, too. I used to try, everybody was calling me Scooter. Everybody tried to, oh, you grown now, we ain't going. I'm like, man, and I tried it. It was like, too many people call me. I can't get rid of it.
Yes, what's crazy is like when I got a little bit older, like when I, started working and stuff, I was working with my pops. And that's still all he would call me. And then I used to work, my pops, my godfather, we always used to work together or whatever. So that's all anybody would call me. So like when I was working this whole time, we used to work NPS Recreation. Nobody knew my real name. Everybody thought my real name was Boomer. Like people, they would say my real name. They'd be like, "Who is that?" Like, no, that's me. Like, what? Like, so I know. I feel where you coming from, man. So it's like once you get that nickname, that's you.
Especially
so,
when it's from you as a kid, when you was little.
That's all you.
That's it. Yeah. Cause I ain't even know. Uncle Henry didn't even know my name. Until he was at the funeral and then my name was in the thing. He didn't even know how to say it. He was like, oh, that's Scooter. Pretty I'd have been on this earth 28 years at that point. Like, dang,
pretty much there. So, yeah. So, I appreciate y'all having me on, too, man.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Appreciate you for coming, man. We welcome all guests. Happy New Year to all the listeners. We brought the new year in, together on the podcast recording, but we ain't say Happy New Year to the listeners. So Happy New Year. Shout out to everybody that was on last year. Shout out to everybody that listened and supported last year.
Shout out to the new fans.
Yeah. Oh, we've been getting a lot of random ass likes on the Instagram page lately. I don't know what happened. It'd be a lot of random people just liking it. Like, damn.
Got a spike, huh?
Like, who is this?
That means y'all doing something right there, man. Once you get them random likes, where you get that, man, who was that? Like that means you're doing something right. Or you popped up on the For You page or something like that, and people was like, you know what I'm saying, let me check y'all out. So, that means y'all headed in the right direction there.
Yeah, I've been sending it to people, too.
Oh, you be sending it directly to? Oh, okay. Because I know you posted a lot now. Like, compared to before, you posted a lot. You would post everything. Every time I post something, I'd be like, damn, cuz I'm on it. Right away, too.
Yeah, I'm tagging everybody who was on it. You share this shit, too.
That's how you got to be, because, you never know. Somebody might know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
Like that, so you're doing the right thing. So.
That's why we always welcome all guests.
Hey man, that's what's up. So,
I
know I'm certainly going, give y'all a shout out, support y'all, all that kind of stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying? So, I got our little podcast too. I'm gonna plug ours, 5 Does Podcast, on the gram and Apple Podcast app, and then I'm for sure, I'm gonna follow, subscribe y'all, and tell people to listen to y'all as well. So, like you said, share it as much as you can, and let people listen to it that ain't never heard y'all, or it might be old fans, new fans, whatever it may be. So.
All right. Back. We had some technical difficulties, but we back.
Because of breaking shit. That boy strong. Hercules.
But shit, I don't know what y'all want to start with. What you think, Cuzzo? Start with the madness that happened yesterday. All right, Thursday. The Thursday. The storming of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that shit?
Seen all those thugs.
On what? Use their language. Those thugs.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was something that you never probably thought you would have ever seen in life right there. And like you said, it's crazy. Like if it was, some brown people doing that, it would have been nothing. Oh, look at those thugs and stuff like that. But it was just something that it's like, y'all really on that? Y'all really on that?
If it was any other race, that shit would have went different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asian, Middle Eastern, whatever.
Oh, especially if it was me, it'd be a rap.
Man, they would have lit that bitch up.
Something crazy.
They wouldn't have even been able to breach the perimeter. They would just been outside, geared up.
Yeah, it was just like I said, when somebody texted me and told me about it, or put it in one of our group chats, and I really didn't even believe it. And then when I start seeing all the videos and stuff, I'm just like, this really happening? This is for real? Like this ain't this ain't like a little Instagram thing or something? Like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's one of the most, when you think of DC and all those buildings and Congress and all, you think of like just
crazy, heavily guarded.
Yes, secure buildings, secure places. Like you just think of that, so you don't ever think that anything like that, could happen. And in the way it did too, it was like one of them scenes out of a movie or something. Like, you just like, it's really happening right now. Like, so it was just crazy to watch and just see everything unfold. So
It's on brand though, as far as everything we seen last year. Everything that happened last year was like, damn, is this real?
Right.
Like, even just,
2020 was one of them years where you just like, man, this really happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just being honest, and like you said, that kind of took the cake right there. So it's just like, I never would have expected anything like that, and I just couldn't see that happening with any other presidency or any other, anybody that was nominated and lost, whatever the case may be.
Right.
I couldn't see that happening with anyone else there. So, and from the sounds of it, it sounds like that was even kind of staged and everything.
yeah.
So, that makes it even worse. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he the one who set it up. Apparently, he was in a speech and said it like, "Yo, talking about I'll meet y'all there."
Right. He said, "Let's go down what street is it? Pennsylvania Street or something?"
Yeah.
He set that shit off. You see, they deleted his Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's about
They
time.
banned him on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. Whatever, yeah. No, they did. They put a list out. They took this nigga off everything. It was like 8 different social media platforms.
I think one of them even was Spotify or something.
Yeah, Spotify was one. Snapchat. It was like, no, we're gonna get him up out of here.
But if you think about it, I know social media to this extent hasn't been around like that, too long as far as like when it comes to presidents and everything like that. But could you imagine the backlash if Barack Obama would have been on Twitter or doing some of those things like that?
Yeah,
it would have just been.
Yeah,
they would have just buried him. Like they would have just kept just throwing so much dirt under his name and everything like that. If he'd have said, if he wouldn't even say maybe 1/3 of the things he said.
Obama was probably the first president really like, as far as the way social media is now, he was probably the first, right? Think about it. 12 years ago.
But he wasn't like this though. But he was.
But I'm saying as far as no other president got to experience that.
I can't think of any of the other ones.
And I'm sure he didn't even run his. Trump
he wasn't doing some of the things that he or retweeting or tweeting people or adding people and stuff like that. He wasn't doing any of those things. But he was more just like.
Even though recently somebody was in his followers and he was following Sarah J.
I don't believe that, man. They trying to bring our boy Obama down. I don't believe that, dog. Or Obama was just being patriotic there. I don't believe that.
Now, if he would have said Pinky, I'd have been like, all right, yeah, he did.
But yeah, that's just crazy though, man.
Yeah, most, like not even presidents, I'm sure most celebrities don't even run their social medias. Like, they might be a part of it to a degree, but as far as politicians and presidents especially, it's like that's not something you should even have time for.
Right.
This is my thing with that. It's like, okay, if you're the president of the United States, so you're telling me if you're the president, that was the most important thing you had to do was send out a tweet that day.
Exactly.
That was that was more than taxes, jobs, break, whatever the case may be, wars, foreign policies, this and that. That was sending out that tweet at 8:01 was more important, or you had time for that. Like that, I'm just like you have time to tweet all this stuff. It's like when you were hearing or seeing some of those things. I mean, I don't follow dude, so of course I didn't see any of that stuff. But it was either getting retweeted or picked up on sites and all this kind of things. And it's like, you're the president, bro. You ain't got nothing else better to do, like. So it just his presence on Twitter in itself was just something that was just. Something we never seen.
You got too much time on your hands, brother.
You really do.
All this shit going on. Like, it was a bombing. Shit, let me make this tweet real quick. What?
Yeah, man, it's unemployment up. Let me make this tweet about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Do something about it. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy, though.
That nigga Twitter fingers for real.
Yeah, that's the real Twitter fingers right there.
Twitter fingers senior.
Oh, the memes and shit, dog, been hilarious.
Oh
dog.
my God.
Hilarious.
You know what's funny about that is like a long time ago, like when memes really started becoming real popular, a friend of mine, he was like, hey, bro, he was a guru of us. He said, it gotta be somebody that just sit in a room. That's all they do is create memes because they be too quick and too on point.
Yeah.
And the more and more I be seeing them, I think he might be right, man. Because like you said, them
it's
memes,
a hobby and shit.
They be like so quick. They be on point. I be cracking up at some of them memes. Like when he lost, like the memes was coming so fast. Oh my
they was
goodness.
waiting.
They were. So it had to be somebody creating them memes, man. It had to. So yeah, shout out to bro. He was right.
I can see it. I'm down there finna start me a meme page.
The way you be posting that shit, you might as well.
You do be having some good memes, man. I don't know where you get them from. I be seeing some.
Shit, Facebook.
That's a secret though. But yours be on point. I'm like, damn. He has a good perspective right there.
Yeah, I got a good week's worth of memes I ain't posted. Post them shits. Man, Tony Baker be having me dead. Voiceovers.
Oh yeah, them be hilarious.
That one where the motherfucker fell off the wall.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. I watched that shit at least 20 times. Like, USA. Oh,
Aaron sent me this one, dog.
Oh shit.
Honky Kong.
See, that's all I'm saying right there. Who thinks of that? That's all I'm saying right there.
That's hilarious, dog.
Oh man,
dog. I want to play this one though because this one was funny. Let me see if I can find it. I think I put it.
Those be funny too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that one. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that one. That's why I got that right there. But this one, I'm gonna click on save. Oh, that's because this is my page. Send it to myself though. Let me see. This one, dog, was hilarious.
Get the fuck out of town! Fucking treasonous pieces of shit! Destroying our city! Destroying our fucking city, and it's like nobody gives a shit. Next hour's Black Lives Matter. They've had tanks rolling down Pennsylvania Avenue. But they let these fucking crackers...
That shit, this is the funniest shit to me,
She
though, that I see
crying.
all day.
She's crying.
He said, let these crackers take over the goddamn Capitol.
That's crazy, dog. He snapped.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I got some you know, some white friends, you know, white people I really rock with like that or whatever. But nothing is more funnier is when you see white people get into it with white people. That shit is hilarious, dog. Like, it really be hilarious. Like that, the Karens, the cracker, him calling somebody as a cracker. That right there just made my day. So it's like nothing else.
Say that shit.
Yes, nothing else is more funnier is when especially if you ain't got nothing to do with it. You just watch it and you see like two like white people get into it with white people. That shit is hilarious, man. So like that was really just a good clip there, man. So
yeah, that was definitely my favorite. I watched that a bunch of times and laughed every time.
To him.
Shout out to him, man. You right, man.
That's gonna be the photo for this episode.
Hey, man,
I got it ready already.
Hey, Femo right there, he invited to the cookout. Right. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah, but I don't know what you want to get into next. I don't know if you got something. No.
I mean, I'm you know, it's y'all thing, so you know, I'm just following y'all lead. You know, we can talk about that picture you just said, man. Is it that was kind of
Oh
funny,
yeah.
I got plenty of those.
Oh yeah. So as y'all,
that's hilarious.
So as y'all might, you know, if you're on social media, you've seen by now, you know, the meme with the black chick, and it's her saying something to a black dude. So this one in particular, Cuzzo sent me, says the girl is saying, "I'm just if you're just trying to fuck, say that," and he said, "I'm trying to fuck," and then she gone. She disappeared. And he said, "See, this is why we be lying." I think Brittany sent me one too. I think she tagged all of us in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think on that one, the dude said, "Damn, she got me again."
I've seen some.
It was like this, but I don't think he didn't say, "See, this is why we be lying."
Oh,
he said, "Damn, they got me again." Yeah, I think that's what
I've seen so many versions of this. You know? It really is funny, but this is funny too because it's like women always say, "I just keep it 100, be honest,"
Right.
and everything.
Right.
He was honest right there, and then look,
she
like,
did.
Right.
Yes, so you know that's why that's what probably makes that more funny. He's like, "See, that's why we be lying." And he got a point there. So. You know, but I don't know if women would always want us to be honest all the time. So I personally don't think you would. But you know, but yeah, that is it's hilarious. Just because of how people always say, "I want you to be honest with me. I want you to keep it buck, be real with me." No, you don't. No, you don't.
You can't handle the
You
truth.
really can't. No. If you knew some of the lies that I did to spare your feelings, you how long it take me to come up with this lie? Like, so, but that that goes into a lot of other things. So,
Go ahead.
but yeah, it is hilarious. Like once again, somebody had to create that meme. That's all I'm saying. So shout out to whoever creating these memes out here, man. Hope you getting your money up and get your bag up.
Great, because you could say that, but you just got to say it differently.
Yeah.
'Cause if you say it like that,
yeah,
it might not work.
And it probably the context or how long you've been talking and all that kind of stuff or where you meet. I don't think you could say that out the gate to surely you just met 5 minutes ago or something. It might work. Hey, 50-50, but. I don't know if I personally would say that, but like you said, it does depend on too how you say it and everything like that. It could just be like you could say that, or it might be something like, hey, I ain't really looking for XYZ, but you know what I'm saying, we can really just kick it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so really delivery and all those kind of things matter too. So that is something to kind of keep in context though. But I don't know if you could just say I'm trying to fuck, you know. Now, some people, you know, in some situations that does work. So, you know, but, you know, most part, I don't know if it does. So.
Yeah, like you said, it depends on who. That's it. It depends on who.
Yeah.
That's true too. That's what I'm saying. It really depends.
Because shit, I ain't got time for the extra shit. What's happening?
Yeah.
Hey man, one thing that I learned is the thing that I say a lot too. You know, a lot of people that been around me is something I heard. I don't know where I heard it from. I think I heard it from like a quote, like Nolan Ryan or something like that. Or it was somebody, but it was just you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, if that's all you looking for, you shoot that enough, some shorty gonna be like, let's go.
Right.
So, you know, it's all about the delivery and like you said, who you talking to. So.
Definitely. You know, you say shit right. You can say the same shit, but just say it a different way.
Right.
And it could go over completely different.
Exactly.
Depending on depending on the chick.
And some girls, you might even be surprised. Some girls be like, they be on the same thing.
Right.
But, you know, they don't want to look a certain type of way. They rather you just come out, you know, and be like, or they might be doing it for your ego. Like, I don't want to make him feel like, you know, I pull him, make him feel, you know, try to make him think he pulled me. But the whole time, like, because I forgot where I heard this shit at before, but this was hilarious. Somebody said, if you trying to fuck a chick and when you take all her clothes off and her bra and panty match, she was gonna fuck you. You didn't do nothing. She came prepared. Her bra and panty match, she was gonna fuck you. Like she fucked you. You didn't fuck her.
That's funny and that's accurate too. Like that's 100% on right there. Like I ain't gonna front, it's a little different nowadays, you know, because it used to be where dudes were a little bit more aggressive, but it's like nowadays women are more
definitely.
Like you said, they'll already know. All right, I'm gonna fuck dude.
Yeah.
And to me, it's shocking. It's weird. I'd be like, all right, goddamn, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is true, but they already know in their mind. Like, I could think of one story in particular, like where I was just like, it just left me with one of them high moments. Like, so we out or whatever, you know, me and my guys or whatever. So we standing there, me and my guy, and it's like 4 of us, but we all just standing there chilling or whatever. So it's this chick that come through, right? And she's walking, you know, she's looking at us, and then she finna walk through, right? So we thinking she finna just, you know, walk through to keep going, like go to the bathroom, wherever, you know, just walk through, you know, whatever. So me and my guy, we, you know, step to the side, let her walk through or whatever. So she get between both of us. She just stops. And then we looking like, all right, like she stopped or whatever. So she look at me, look at my guy, and she go, damn. She was like, I don't know which one of y'all I want. Me and my guy look at each other. We said, excuse me? Like, like, huh? She said, I don't know which one of y'all I want. And we was like, okay. Like, we were more shocked and appalled that she said that. Like,
ma'am,
okay, you're very bold, young lady. Like, it's never happened to me in my life. And I'm just like, we were just like, all right. Like, you know, we don't know what to tell you either, young. Like, you know, so it was just a little different, but that was probably one of the funniest things that's happened to me, and you know, probably my guy too. But it was just like she was just so direct, like she knew what she wanted. So, like you said, they already know in their head what they want, or you know who they want, I should say. So
for her to even say that, it's like
that was bald as hell, man. I don't know how drunk she was. I don't know if she was over, but it was just, the fact that she said it, we was just standing there. We said, huh? Like,
I'd be like, rock, paper, scissors.
I like that.
Hey,
like that video, that shit was funny.
It's all love, it's all family. So whoever she choose, it was like, hey, you know, whatever, you know. None of us know haters, so it was just. But the fact that she just even said it, we were like,
that's hilarious.
We was just taken back. Like, I was like, whoa, okay. Like, we didn't even expect that. Like,
I tell you what, how about you take both our numbers?
I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have
that's how you do that.
You know
Best man wins.
She'd have been real player then if she'd have got both of us, though. Like, no, I don't know about that. Like,
fuck it.
So, yeah. Yeah. But,
Gotta give her kudos for that.
I give her props, man. I give her props for even asking that. So
went crazy. She knew what she wanted.
she did. So like I said, it's just different times, and women, like you said, women kind of know, what or who they want. So it's just changing. So, but it's cool to me. So make it
Cool to me too.
Make it easier
Right.
for me.
Right, less work for me. That's shit I gotta do.
Some of y'all better get with the times. Y'all be waiting on a nigga to shoot their shot.
Hey man, get left or get left, or what I'm saying. Get right or get left. So,
Yeah. Cause y'all be out here, y'all claim y'all want this type of nigga, but y'all be waiting on niggas to approach you.
Right.
Like if you go out here, you can go out here and pick you somebody. Stop waiting on somebody to come to you.
Especially if you know your standards is up
Exactly.
That's true.
Because everybody got, well, some people don't, but most people got standards to some extent. Some people don't give a fuck, but oh, it's a meme just like that. I was just looking at it. I just found it today. It was like, I need a man with no kids and his own shit. And dude, like, you got kids? And she like, yes, 3. You got your own shit? No, why does that even matter? And dude walk away.
That's hilarious.
I think one of the funniest ones I seen was maybe it was either like a TikTok or somewhere. A girl was talking about the dude that she want or whatever. She was like, yeah, he got to make 8 figures, this and that or whatever. And then he was like, when we want that, and then he was like, they was at her crib, and she was like, oh, let's go in the room. And he was like, her mattress was on the floor. And she didn't have a door. She had a curtain. He was like, what is this right here? It was like,
got sheets up on the window instead of curtains.
She was like, I told you this is a work in progress or something like that. He was like,
what?
But you just told me I got to have 8 figures or something like that. So,
8? That's a lot.
It was just out. Like, you know how they be doing on TikTok or something, man. So it was funny.
It's like,
it was kind of along them lines. Like,
I clearly see why you want what you want, because you ain't got shit.
But
That's how we talked about that. We talked about it on the last episode, because we was talking about how chicks was having certain demands. If they got a child, they want the nigga to pay for the babysitting and do all this type of shit. We played a video of this one chick was like, the nigga ain't buy my kid McDonald's before we went on a date. It's like, it's just crazy. Women got all these fucking standards. and it just be like, dog, y'all let the dumbest shit keep y'all from getting a man, or y'all got too high of shit that it's like, you're not gonna find a man that meets all of that shit that you asking for.
See, the funny thing about something like that is just like, all right, what women don't understand is like, all right, men probably won't have a problem doing something like that if they really rock with you, if they like you, if we got a connection. Mm-hmm. But for somebody like me, you're not finna tell me that out the jump. Like, you're not finna tell me what I'm finna do.
Exactly.
Whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do it for you if I care about you, if we got a relationship, I got a relationship with a little homie or you're a little shorty, whatever the case may be. Like, we rocking like that, and you know what I'm saying, and everything going good, I don't have a problem doing nothing like that. But you not finna tell me that, this what you finna do X, Y, Z to date me. You're not finna tell me that. And I think that's where, things go wrong. Like you said, it's a lot of good dudes out here and whatever. And, women, if you telling a good dude, and you gotta do this in order to date me, that dude gonna be like, well, why? Like, I mean,
I ain't even got a chance to get. Yeah, it's like I ain't even got a chance to know you.
Exactly.
And you want all this shit from me, like
all of that. I wish somebody would say you gotta be like, I don't even know you, or I've just met you in him. Why would I buy you?
I ain't even met him. I just met you.
I don't even know who his McDonald's order is. So why would I buy him anything?
Right.
Like, so it's just things like that. Like you said, it's just. Like I said, it's just different out here. So, but something like that, I would just be like, all right, I know me. I know what I would do. I don't know if I want to say it, but I would just, like, oh, okay. But that's just something that I've never heard. But that just doesn't make sense, because why would he do all those things? And he, like you said, y'all just meeting, y'all just linking. Like, how does he know y'all, good enough to even be to that point? So, I even think, like, a lot of the women that I'm, encountered or everything like that, and even I got this approach, like, I wouldn't even want to meet your child until I know we at that point.
Right.
Like, why would what would it make sense for me to meet your child and we not, finna rock like that?
Right.
Especially if you and the kid hit it off and shit.
Yeah.
And then,
You like,
A
damn,
month,
look,
month or two later, you got to like, damn, I ain't really fucking her with her like that. But
like, damn,
little homie,
Like,
I wonder how
damn,
the
I
kid
gotta cut him
doing.
off.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, even that in itself is just something that probably has to be discussed because, you know, like, why are you letting, like, you know, random guys or guys that you just met, you know, meet your child or whatever. I always thought that was something that was, you know, really sacred or whatever. Like, you know, when you meet their child or you meet, it's like, all right, we finna be together like that. We finna be in a relationship or we finna be, you know, whatever the case may be. But it ain't just be like, all right, I met him a week ago. Here go little Sam. Like, no.
Just be letting your kids meet anybody, huh?
Pretty much.
sometimes they be quick, bro. They want to find that father figure, but that father figure in that kid life.
Hell no, y'all better be careful. Motherfuckers crazy out here.
But I was gonna say, like, the way women look at like sex and holding on to certain things is sexual wise, they should realize that the good man is looking at doing all the stuff that you claim you want as a man the same way. It's like, I'm not finna, you ain't just gonna get a pussy up to a nigga right away. You know, y'all got this 90-day rule on this stuff. And it's like, as a man, if I'm a good man, I'm not finna be buying your kids stuff and doing all this stuff out the gate right away. Like, no, we finna take time and we really gonna get to know each other. And then I'm gonna start doing all the stuff that you, and not that you want, but that I also want to do.
Yeah, taking baby steps.
Yeah. But it's like, it's the same thing. Like, you ain't trying to get that pussy up right away. I'm not trying to give all these other qualities, good qualities that I got up right away. Like, I want to get to know you. I ain't trying to give all of my good stuff to every woman I run into. Because every woman don't deserve it. Just like y'all say, every nigga don't deserve this pussy. Yeah. Like, what's the city girls? Broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. It's like, shit, we look at it the same way. Right. It's just not dick. It's, you know.
Right.
But that's 100 though. Like you said, one thing that I probably learned, you know what I'm saying, is just like, you can't give your all to everybody. Like you said, you can't give your all to everybody. It's like you have to kind of pick and choose, you know, who's worth this or who's worth that or who's worth, you know, your time, your energy, all those kind of things. And, you know, once you do, you know, learn those things, or once you find somebody like that, like you said, you don't have a problem with those things or whatever. But it's like, all right, I'm not finna give, you know what I'm saying, Shorty Z the same energy that I'm gonna give, you know, Shorty A or something like that or whatever. You know, whatever the case may be. It's like, but you can't. You would look stupid. You would be stupid if you did that or whatever. Because if you're a good dude, like you said, if you're a good dude, you know, you have these qualities and everything like that, then that's something that's kind of rare out here. You know, the same if you're a good woman or whatever. Like I wouldn't expect a good woman to give all of her, you know, energy or A1, the pussy, whatever, everything and above to every guy either. So it's like you kind of have to be selective with those things or whatever. So everything kind of is like it falls into place and everything that what you're saying or whatever. But you kind of hit it on the head. It's like, shit, you can't give everybody everything. So shit, if you, and then also you got to think about this too. If I give you everything, what do I have left?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I give you my all, you and your kid and everything like that, and then shit,
you ain't doing
6 months
shit.
later it don't work out, what the hell do I got left?
Exactly.
I ain't got nothing.
You wasted all your time and money.
Exactly.
Ain't got nothing in return.
Ain't got nothing in return. You know, we might got a couple flicks or something like that, a couple good times, but
Right.
you know, so it depends on what you're looking for though. But you can't give everything to everybody though.
Facts. I ain't going. You on probation, baby. Now you gonna just like the temp service and shit. 90 days. Shit. 90 days and you get 3 strikes. Don't fuck it up. I ain't going. We ain't putting up with just anything out here. We doing better out here. Fuck that. You finna be stressing me out. Well, you know, maybe if you were. I had to think about it. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, even with that, like with stress, like it ain't that. I ain't gonna say it ain't. You definitely don't want a woman that stress you, but it's like you'll put up with a woman if she really like building you up and really you'll put up with some shit. But it's like if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, like yeah, bye.
Like you
Get
said,
you up out of here.
I think you'll put up with it if you know she's worth it. If you know the relationship is worth it, because you know no one is perfect. No one's gonna have like those
Exactly.
great days all the time. Like you're not gonna have a man. I had a great day today every day. No, so you know it's not gonna be like that. But you really are lying. So, but if it's one of those situations where it's like, man, I had a fucked up day, and then shorty do something where you be like, you know what, baby, it might be something little or something that does something to brighten the day or help you out or whatever. That makes a difference. So you're like, all right, you know, she did this, so I, you know what I'm saying, I can really rock with her or whatever like that. So, you know, you like, I might put up with something to be like, all right, she really is tripping this weekend, but I know she's worth it. Right. Opposed to somebody where it's just like, all right, she could lose my number, right. Or I could lose hers. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, it's
better off without you.
Pretty much, it really does just depend on, like you say, you know, you. I think a lot of times you know if someone's, you know, good or worth it, like kind of when you know, talk to them or when you interact with them. Like I would say, like, me personally, I could tell if someone is just a genuine good person or something like that, maybe after, you know, a couple of conversations or if we, you know, interacting in person, because you just pick up on little things. And you like you say, you know if you're like, damn, that's a good one right there. I hope I don't fuck that one up. I usually fuck them up, but whatever. You know, but, you know, keeping it a buck, but, you know, but you kind of know, though, you know, so just saying, but you know, like, all right, I could put up with her stuff today because, a couple of days ago, she was solid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Just having a bad day.
She having a bad day, which happens to all of us, though.
Bad week, you know. Sometimes a nigga be ignoring them red flags.
And then you know she be there still rocking with you when you got your bad day.
Right.
You be knowing like, damn, I ain't had to say that.
Right.
I ain't had to come in the house and do that.
Exactly.
Like man, you still here. Like, man.
The one thing is this shit. I got you on your bad days. You got me on my bad days. Like, so, you know, like you said, I know there's been times where I done, you know, said something or did something that was just out of pocket. And she was still there. So, as long as, you know what I'm saying, you still with me when I was out of pocket, I'm still with you for you was out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Now, we ain't finna be, you know what I'm saying, it ain't finna be just consistent. Like, we're like 35 weeks or something. Shit. Like, I'm like, hey, now.
Every other week.
You know what I'm saying? Every other week, like, hey. You have to pick which pocket you want, so something like that. But you know, but you know, everyone has those days and those moments, so you kind of know.
Let me hold you down, hold me down. Like, wow, in the morning.
Well, speaking of music, see they fucking. Got a couple music topics, but you see they canceled the fucking Ashanti Keisha Cole shit again.
Again?
The Verzuz.
When was this supposed to be?
Today.
Oh,
tonight.
Oh, I didn't even know that was supposed to be scheduled tonight. Like,
somebody else got it?
I don't think nobody on. In fact, I can get on right here and look. They was talking about the COVID cases up and shit.
So
they gonna stop doing them, you know, together now.
Oh, for real?
They're gonna go back to the two separate places again.
Oh, okay.
Well, as long as they got the sound together, I don't give a
right.
fuck.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like that Gucci Jeezy one was all I needed, so I'm good. So that was.
And then what's crazy is how packed that bitch was. They was in a whole club. Had an after party.
Hey, that was cracking up.
But that was Atlanta, so I expected that.
That was the best one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was worth it right there. You come 14 days, hey man, right. That was legendary right there. I never thought I would see those two in the room together. So
hell no.
But you know, Keisha Cole and Ashanti. That's like I said, I didn't know when it was going to be rescheduled. So you know,
yeah, they need to just go ahead and do it. They might as well go back to doing it like that.
Yeah, which is sad though. I ain't want to see that because it's better when they together.
Yeah,
and even like I don't know if it's officially been announced, but I saw somewhere they were saying UGK versus A-Ball MJ A-Ball MJ, yeah, MJG.
What? That would have been cold right there. Like,
It's supposed to. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to. I saw it on. I think Bun B might have.
That's a good
That would-
one.
that
Might
would
have
be
posted
tough
it,
right
and
there.
it was supposed to be like next weekend, I think,
Yeah.
or
All
maybe the
right,
weekend.
Now I'm a
after.
little sad because that
Because
would've
I was
been
thinking
tough.
about Outkast and UGK.
Woo, that would be tough too.
Man,
All of
but
those would be tough.
shit,
man.
this gonna be close enough.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Andre ain't gonna do nothing. But
Yeah.
I mean, even if Big Boy
Yeah.
just showed up,
Yeah.
all Big Boy gotta do is show
You
up.
gotta show up. So, yeah.
So-
But that would have been tough. Because that's crazy. That's funny because those is like just some legends.
Yeah.
And everything. And the only reason I really know about those guys is because my pops is from all our people from Mississippi. So,
Yeah.
so they mess with those kind of stuff. But I'm like, first time I heard them, I'm like, who's dude? And then, like they just was smooth. So. But those are just Southern legends, or just hip hop legends. I should forget Southern. Those are just legends. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy because I don't even know where they stay at, like where Ashanti and Keisha Cole stay at. Because I thought Keisha Cole was from Atlanta, right?
I thought she's from LA. I think she's from LA.
From LA? Oh, okay.
And I don't know where.
I
Ashanti,
th-
I don't know
I
where
think
Ashanti
Ashanti-
from.
I think Ashanti from New York. But we'll see, man. I'm hoping to see all that shit. It was another one that they announced too that I can't think of right now. I ain't gonna say that they announced, but that's rumored.
I ain't seen no
But
else.
yeah, that MGK,
That'd be a good one.
UGK, and that.
UGK.
Yeah,
Oh. UGK and Outkast is my favorite two groups.
but I know that's what I want to see more of the old school shit, especially hip hop.
For real, I know for real said he ain't gonna go against nobody because he was on the Drink Champs and shit.
That
I was
probably,
like, damn,
that probably
him
would be.
versus Dre.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Crazy.
Dre probably the only person, but other than that,
I couldn't even think of
might be-
nobody else.
Yeah, because Manny Fresh and Scott Storch was smooth, but Scott Storch kind of just he kind of bodied him. I ain't gonna front. And then maybe Pharrell and Timberland might be a good one. That would be a real good one.
Yeah.
Timberland got a lot of hits, but I don't know who else Pharrell really could go against like that.
Right,
So
because he's so versatile. His shit.
The Neptunes, man.
His
Him
shit.
and the Neptunes was just killing stuff.
Yeah. And then he got some songs that he could play. He got features and shit. Not even this shit.
Yeah, he got his
He got
songs,
so
other people's
much that
songs,
he
all
could
kind of
play.
stuff. So it's just like Pharrell, he was just
I'm
always
like,
in
bro,
his
you gotta
bag.
do that shit for the culture. I'm like, bro, you got too many fucking hits.
I think he could do it though, because I think he said something like he wouldn't play the song, but I think they'd do it like I can't remember what it was. One of the first ones where they did together, and you can tell like Swiss and or Timberland kind of got with the artist and was like, this what y'all need to play.
Right.
Him and Swiss
picked
might be
it.
a good one too.
And
Swiss
picked
was-
it,
yeah,
like,
him and Swiss might be a good one.
Do this, do this, do this, do this, and then somebody could do that for him. But
Timberland and Pharrell, though, they're my favorite producers because they shit just been so out of here. Like, you hear that shit, you be like, damn, this gotta be like a Pharrell beat. Or this gotta be a Timberland beat. That shit crazy. Yeah, like, cause Timberland, he could go Missy, Genuine, all type of other shit we don't even know. Justin Timberlake, all type of shit. I fuck with NERD. Pharrell group.
Yeah, them
They
boys
go
are smooth.
crazy.
Them boys are smooth.
They go crazy. That Seeing Sounds album was cold. I still listen to that shit. John put me on that shit. It's just something different. Some more like pop and shit. Yeah, man. As long as they keep doing that shit. Cause that Too Short and E40 one, that one was tight too.
That was hilarious, man. I never knew E40 danced like that.
dog, that shit, that boy was getting it, boy. I was
Every
like,
time
oh,
you see
shit.
E40, you don't think of him like that or dancing and nothing like that. So
He be too smooth,
He
like
just-
his
E40
vernacular
just
and all
too
that
smooth.
shit.
You can't understand him, but he
Yeah.
never thought of him dancing like that. So it was just like those really is some good battles, man. And those was something that really was needed or whatever. And even like even if you get back to Ashanti and Keisha Cole, like, in the 2000s, like, those was two probably the top, R&B artists out there. And, it's like nowadays with everything being so different, it's like you kind of forget about, those legends and everything like that. Like, I ain't gonna front, like, when Gucci and Jeezy was doing theirs, I forgot about how many hits both of them dudes had. And I'm like, man, we used to just, ride around to those or listen to those and stuff like that. And it's like, man, these guys really been doing these things for, 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be. And, same with, like, something like Ashanti, Keisha Cole or whatever. Like, these are R&B legends, or UGK, and, MJG and, A-Ball or whatever. Like, these are all legends or whatever. So it's like you kind of forget is because so much music comes in and it's so easy to get music nowadays. Right. It's like you forget about those guys.
You forget about music that came out 2-3 years ago. So that's why I said, that's why I like I want it to be more of the older artists, early 2000s and earlier than that. Because it's like you forget about all that stuff. Now how they, especially if they stop really putting out stuff, it's like you forget about all that.
That's true. It was like,
you know who you said? Maybe, I don't know, just because he's still out there, Juicy J and Pharrell.
That'd be a good one.
Even though I'd rather have seen Juicy J go against, damn, I said it before, I can't even remember now. Oh, against Lil Jon. I'd rather have seen Juicy J go against Lil Jon. But Lil Jon went against T-Pain, so. But,
he did?
Yeah.
Me and somebody else was talking about Lil Jon and somebody else from the South. And it was going to be a good one, whatever. But Lil Jon is another guy that really just...
Yeah.
You forget about Lil Jon, man, because he made a whole movement for the South.
Yeah,
that whole crunk movement and all that kind of stuff is like...
Nah, think about it. He probably started that Atlanta run. Like the run they've been on for the past 15 or however many it is. He was the start of that.
Lil Jon and maybe like Jazzy Faye and all them dudes like it. But Lil Jon, you knew he was on the track because he was, him and the Eastside Boys. I never heard Eastside Boys rap in my life. He put them on, so, but Lil Jon was another guy that really just he changed, changed the culture, changed the South or whatever. So, but he's another one that you forget about. You forget about Lil Jon nowadays because it's like he ain't doing nothing like that. But he was a hell of a producer. So.
Yeah, that's why I think it's important, especially for a lot of these younger kids that listen to like Lil Baby, like not no diss to any of these people, but like Lil Baby and NBA Youngboy and shit like that. A lot of these younger artists need to be like, these. And some other niggas like that was on that level that you don't know about, and the people that you listen to now wouldn't even be where they at if it wasn't for these people right here.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, especially from the South, because I remember at a time people wasn't even rocking with the South like that. It was all Cali or New York, or West or New York, whatever. And then, like you said, Outkast, kind of, slowly came in. They probably introduced it, kicked the dough down or whatever, and then they started introducing people, and then Lil Jon and all those guys or whatever. So.
And
Master P and Boosie Webby, all them kind of guys. I'm not gonna front like my big homie put, he was playing some music. He was like, I got something for you. He was like, I was listening to it the other day, and he was like, I thought about you or whatever, or, just the times we was all kicking it or whatever. He put on that Webby Savage Life, man. That was a clout, like, so you know what I'm saying. So like, who's to say if it wasn't for Webby and Lil Boosie, would it be an NBA or anything like that? Not like you said, nothing against those guys and their talent or whatever, everything like that. But those guys kind of paved the way, like in Master P and Master P, the Hot Boys, the Hot Boys. Listen, Cash Money was Cash Money, like. Cash Money, the Hot Juvenile, BG, all those guys kind of paved the way for New Orleans because who's really checking for New Orleans before all those guys? So
it was the wave though, like the Trill Fam.
Yep.
Like you said, the Cash Money, and then No Limit.
No Limit.
I got a playlist for all three of them camps, bro.
Yep. Every time them come on, I'm up. Up. It's up there. So So.
But known for Louisiana.
Yep.
All of them go crazy. Can't even talk about Louisiana or New Orleans without talking about Boosie. or Cash Money.
You really can't.
Master P. Currency.
Currency was another. Currency was a real. I always wondered what happened with Currency because Currency was cold to me. We got Wayne. Currency was cold. Currency was nice, man. So it is what it is.
Some niggas just meant for that underground
Yeah.
kind of thing. They ain't really got that. I don't say they ain't got it, but the way the way how the music changed over the years and what's quote unquote mainstream at the time. Snap music was mainstream at the time. That shit disappeared.
Right.
The shit just changed. And a lot of these artists, they don't do the quote unquote mainstream shit, but that's why their career lasts so long, because they just do what they do. And the people that rock with it just rock with it.
Right.
I think it takes a lot to be like an artist or even just a performer because you really got to check yourself and check your ego because what you did maybe 2 to 5 years ago might not be the same thing that's rocking like currently.
Right.
So you could have been the biggest artist, 2, 3 years ago, and now it's like, all right, that wave over with. Like you said, whether it's Snap, Crunk, whatever the case may be. So it's like, all right, how am I going to adapt? How am I going to survive or whatever? But if you on that, that level or you on that mindset of where, man, I'm so and so, man, I ain't got to change nothing, you're not going to survive. But if you adapt and all those other things, it's like, okay, well, what's going on now, or how can I adapt, or how can I reach another audience, and that's why you see longevity with certain artists or certain things like that. But it really takes a lot to check yourself because you think about it. All right, if let's just say y'all like one of the hottest selling groups in America, y'all 100,000 a show and everything like that. Am I really finna be able to tell y'all, hey, y'all need to
exactly
change
you
y'all
can't tell
style?
me what's working?
Yeah,
it's
it's
hard
be
to
like,
be
hey, y'all need to check what's going on. Now. Am I really gonna be able to tell y'all that, or y'all
Exactly.
gonna be able to be like, you know what, we got
like, no, nigga, we selling out arenas.
Exactly. You gotta be able to
we
check
going
yourself,
platinum in a week. Like, no, nigga, we ain't doing none of that.
You get 100,000.
Fuck what you talking. Yeah, I don't care what you talking
So
about.
it really takes a lot, and I really admire those guys, those artists and everything, because it really takes a lot to be like, all right, I gotta check myself and check what I was doing. What I was doing a year ago might not work 6 months from now. So, it really takes a lot to be able to survive and, adapt and all those kind of things, whatever. And that's hard too because, you got to check your ego.
But that's where you got to really be paying attention. Instead of living in the moment, you really got to be focused on what's going on outside of what you doing.
Right.
And sometimes you could be caught up in everything you doing and not realizing that, time is moving past you. Like what you doing ain't it no more.
You gotta be 10 steps ahead instead of 5 now.
All right, but yeah, while we on music, y'all see the Baby and Tory got a collab. They gave the Baby a lot of flack for collabing with Tory, because he got the joint with Meg. It's called Crybaby, I think.
Yeah, he had a couple joints with Megan.
Yeah.
So that's tough because at the end of the day, you're an artist. And honestly, that's really tough for the Baby because if you think about it, what happened between Megan and Tory, that ain't got nothing to do with the Baby.
Exactly.
You know
Ain't
what I'm
none of my
saying?
business.
And that it really ain't. Like, they really ain't. Like, and if you keep it black and white, like, all right, did the Baby grow with Tory? Did the Baby grow with Megan?
Nope. Met both of them.
Was they
got in
kicking
the
it like
industry.
that in the sandbox? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We met each other in the industry. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I mean, I get where people are going because, Megan and the Baby, they got some classics. They got some hits. They got, you know what I'm saying? And they make good music together. And then, I don't know what the depths of their relationship is. So, you kind of got to take that into consideration if they cool. But, also at the end of the day, it's like, shit, you artist, I'm an artist, and shit, I'm going to keep it real. If you talking about, hey, bro, I'm going to throw you 100,000 to get on this feature, What time you need to pull up?
I'm already on my way.
Like, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of features, you know what I'm saying, factors like that. But I mean, I personally, I was a weird situation just in itself, you know, that whole Megan Tory thing. But you know, you kind of gotta say, all right, this is now if they cool like that, then it might be a problem. But otherwise, it's like shit. We artists.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I don't know where people get why they think like just because people did a song together or they did a certain amount of songs together, like they best friends. Like no, this is business.
Right.
She you know her and her camp cut the check. I pulled up, laid the verse,
Right.
and then you know when it's time to record or perform the verse, you know if I can be there, I'm there, and we doing that. But it's like that don't just because we do that don't mean we friends. And I'm not saying they not or they aren't. I don't know.
Right.
But just from a fan perspective, it's like it's not, you can't assume just because they did a song together that they tight like that.
Right.
They might just be cool. Like they just might be cordial. Like, you know, we do the song, this and that. We, you know, we might check up on the other every now and then just because we hung out for a certain amount of time, shooting a video, recording the song, doing performances and shit. But no, we not really friends. It's a business, like you know. It's ain't no. I forgot how the saying go, but it's basically like ain't no loyalty in business.
Right.
Ain't no this like this. That's what this is. It's business. Ain't no permanent friends. Ain't no permanent friends in business. No permanent friends or enemies.
I mean that's
Just business.
It's business, and I think people be getting that confused just in life, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Like just because like all right. Just because we have a good interaction or if we have a good working relationship, we ain't cool like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and that was my thing. Like
you hit it on the head. Like, all right, they said, hey, you want to get on the song? Boom, we killed it. We bought it. We might shoot a video, but was we really cool like that? Like, did you really call? Did you call and check on me? Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was going through something, Did you even say Merry Christmas? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't say none of that, or if you ain't say, hey, you good on your happy birthday?
I got a kid. You sent my kid. You sent my kid a birthday gift, a Christmas gift. Ain't it like
Did you send him some forces or something?
Exactly.
Was we really that cool? So it's like, you know, just that perception and everything like that, or if it's cool to, you know, we. So I mean, like I said, I don't. It really, to me, that situation is really tricky because it really just depends on the relationship between the baby and Megan Thee Stallion, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they had a good relationship, if they was cool like that, then I could see it being a problem. But if it was just business, like you said, that's just business or whatever. So it's a little petty on Tory part, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if we just got a business or working relationship, that's what it is.
We cool at working or at school.
That's what I was gonna go to. Like,
it don't mean we best friends.
Exactly.
Like, cool.
Smell that bird.
You know what I'm saying? There's motherfuckers that's cool at work. It'd be like, shit, I wouldn't
It's
kick
like
it with you
outside of work. Exactly. That's what I was gonna go to. That's like, so all you people that's assuming that they friends, that's like me assuming all the people you work with, you just cool with. Like, no, y'all just work together.
Right.
That ain't your best friend. That ain't your close friend. Y'all just work together. You talk to them at work, they probably ain't even got your number.
Right.
but when y'all at work, y'all cool as hell.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. That happened to me one time, like, where it was like they had to call me for something, and I was like, I don't got your number. I'm like, we not that cool like that. Like, it's some people I can laugh and joke with them for them 8 hours, but shit, they really be coming at me because like they be like, when you leave here, you leave all of us. Like, you act like you don't even know us, which is 100% true. I walk out the door, I don't know you. Like, you weren't cool like that? No. I don't even work for that company.
That's funny, dog, because that's how I was. Like, I would come to work and they'd be like, oh, come here. He don't talk to you. He don't do nothing. It's like, no, I'm at work. This is work. I don't come here to make friends. I'm coming here to work. I'm not trying to be cool with y'all. I want to get here, do what I got to do, and get the fuck up out of here.
I don't fuck with y'all like
Especially when we was in a warehouse, I want to work because we working until we get done. Right. So it's like I don't got time to talk to you here because we gotta work until we get done. I don't want to spend time talking to you. That's more time that I gotta be here. Like no, I'm coming in here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do so I can get the fuck up out of here.
This is how I know. We really are family because I got in so much trouble at work for that shit. And I would be like, she would be like, my boss would be like, you don't talk to anyone. I'd be like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm like, but am I messing up? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, am I doing anything? No. It's like, but you just don't talk to anyone. Like, they don't feel that you like them. I'm like, I kind of don't. Like, you cool. So it's like, why we not finna be cool? Like, I don't, like, y'all dry snitch, y'all do this and that. Like, we not.
Be hearing them gossiping and talking about other people. Like, I'm not doing that with y'all.
I told them even taking this extra 15. So what we got to talk about?
They be talking shit about each other.
Like, I ain't hearing none of that.
All that with y'all,
I put my little headphones on.
I ain't doing nothing I ain't supposed to do in front of none of y'all.
Exactly. That's hilarious because we would really have like meetings. Like, sometimes you have meetings with your manager or supervisor or whatever, and it would never be performance related. We'd be like, you don't talk to anyone. You don't interact with anyone on the team. I'd be like, I ain't come here. You ain't hiring me for that.
Exactly. I ain't see that on the application. I ain't see that on.
You paying me to be cool with so and so?
Yeah,
like that's what you paying me for. Like, so it was just like,
I can kick it. You want me to kick it? But then I ain't gonna work.
I showed the fuck did. It was just like I did. I'm like, all right. So, but it just threw me because like I'm just like you said. It was just like I'm here to work. I'm here. I didn't say, you know what? Let me go get that one job so I can get some friends or whatever. Right. So me and so and so can be cool or whatever. Exactly. Even though I ain't never met you before, like let me just get this job so we can be cool or whatever. Let me ace this interview so I can be cool with doing the lobby with the with the Prada zone or something. Like, come on, man. So that's just funny, man. That used to always just really just kind of confuse me, man. But I'm glad. That's a family thing right there because I'll be the same way. And I'll be like, bro, just get out my face, man.
Hell yeah, because I used to be like, I'd be like that in the break room. And they'd be all cracking and laughing jokes. And every now and then, I might laugh or I might jump in and make a comment. Right. And they'd be like, oh, wait, we didn't even know you be listening. I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm just not interacting.
Right.
I got to know what's going on.
Right.
Be aware of my surroundings.
Right. I be listening to
but I'm not really trying to kick it with y'all like that.
Y'all be talking shit about each other. Like, oh, okay.
That's probably the most.
None of y'all side.
That's probably one of the most awkward things when somebody else talks shit about another motherfucker and then they be like, I just be like, I mean, they was cool with me. Like, they was cool with me. Like,
I didn't even notice that. Word, that's what we be on. I thought y'all was good. Like,
yeah, man. Fuck
that. That's what we be on. Shit, I be too busy working. I don't even be paying that much attention.
Okay, man. All right.
Yeah, but that's funny, man. So, but yeah, that happens a lot though. So, but it's just like shit. People don't understand me. I mean, I kind of got a rule, especially when it comes to. I kind of got a rule when it comes to. As far as like, I don't even call them friends. I call them family because, I'm the type of person like where it takes a lot for me to rock with people. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know people's intentions or you never know if people really got your back or whatever. So if we to that point to where I call you, fam, bro, all that kind of shit, I really rock with you or whatever like that. And this is, people can take it how I want to take it, but you know what I'm saying? We not really cool or we not really, friends, family, whatever, bro, whatever the case may be, if we ain't done nothing illegal together and neither one of us said shit. Because when you go through that, something like that, and I ain't going extreme or shit like that, right. but just something where it's like, all right, something we wasn't supposed to do that, but then, bro, them got my back, fam, them got my back, cousin them got my back. If we ain't went through nothing like that together, we're not really cool. Because, situations like that is when, character reveals, you know, whether you got people backs or, you know, things like that is, you know, but if we ain't did shit like that, you probably ain't got my number.
Right.
No, I feel you on that though. That's real. That's real.
I mean, that's just, you know,
Because niggas, you know, niggas would be super cool with you and doing all type of stuff, and then as soon as you know shit hit the fan, shit get tough.
I told him not to do it.
Shit get tough.
like what you just pointing it. I'm like, damn, nigga, together, like. You know, but just period. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we just out here El Chapo or nothing like that, but it's just something like,
I feel that same way though about relationships though. Like even like how we was talking before, like when shit go bad, like if you just dip on me, like if you end the relationship or you be like, I need a break, or if you be like, you know, I need to, you know, move out, or maybe we need to live in separate places or do whatever. I feel the same way. It's like, damn, if you gonna slide on me as soon as shit get rough, it's like, how can I really like rock with you like that?
You really have me.
Yeah.
Those is probably tricky situations because it's like, all right, when you meet somebody, it's like, all right, you think, all right, they cool, they attractive, whatever the case may be, and like you said, it's just. People always say, you know, goals and relationship, these and that, like nothing is going to be the way like it planned or it seemed or whatever. But it's like, all right, to me, the really like best part of a relationship is when you're like, all right, Shorty got me, you know, regardless of whatever. Like I could call Shorty whether it's like, hey, how your day doing, or hey, I need you to bail me out. Like if I know you got me like that, then we good. But if it's like, all right, it's one of those, she might pick up the phone. She might. You don't need to be around me.
Depending on what kind of day she having.
Damn, I ain't taking
depending on what I did. Yeah, what I did yesterday.
It's my call today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something like that is just like, it shouldn't be no question. It shouldn't be like, you could be mad as hell at me. I could be mad as hell at you. But when you call if you need something, I'm going to be there. I might have an attitude when I do it, or you might have an attitude when you do it for me, but you got my back or whatever.
Right. But you there.
Yeah, you there. That means a lot. People don't understand. Being there means a lot.
Being there means a lot, dog. That's it.
Yeah, I ain't got a second guess.
That shit, and that's the shit that mean the most to me. Cause like I'm the type of nigga that sit around and do nothing. Like I won't talk to you. I won't do whatever. I like. You probably feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm here. And it's like if I'm just doing that, if I'm not doing anything for you and you still here, that shit mean a lot to me. And that's where it go back to the shit that we was talking about with the chicks that want all this shit. It's like you want a nigga to do all this shit, but what have you done to deserve that? Like you ain't shown me that you gonna be here for me. So why would I show you that I'm gonna be there for you? You want me to pay for daycare and do all, like you want me to do shit that shows that I can be there for you, but you ain't did shit for me. I don't know if I can pay for this daycare for this date tonight and not hear from you the next day.
Right.
If the date go bad, you be like, oh, I ain't fucking with this nigga. Right. I didn't pay for this date, the babysitter. I didn't pay for this nigga to eat that night. You and him, or you and this child to eat that night. The date, like, why would I do that? You ain't gave me nothing.
Right.
And then even at like not to put pussy on that value, and then even at the end of the day, and we ain't even fuck. It's like, oh, come on now.
Right.
I done did all this shit. We ain't had sex. I ain't hear from you the next day. It's like, no, I'm not finna put all this out on the table and you ain't showing me nothing. Why would I do that? That's dumb. That don't make sense. Why would I put all my cards on the table?
No babysitter unless we date. Like monogamy, dating type shit. Like we exclusive. Then I pay for some shit like that. Like babysitter, fuck it. I'll pay for the babysitter. Better yet, I'll find somebody that can watch them.
For the free ski.
Right.
That's all facts. That's all 100 though. Like you said, like shit. Like you said, man, it's different out here. It's rough out here sometimes. It's like, all right, who's to say? Like if you be like, hey, can you pay for this or pay for that for my baby or this or even for me? who's to say if I say no, you ain't gonna go to the next nigga and he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He like, oh shit, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that. So, you know, it just like the little things mean a lot, you know what I'm saying, and everything. Like,
or I might have been the next nigga in line. You
I
might have asked another nigga.
You
might have asked another nigga to pay for it.
I'm number 3.
And you just was like, oh, he said no. Oh, let me ask him.
So it's just like you said, sometimes those little things do mean a lot or whatever. And like I said, that's kind of what you pick up on and certain things like that. And you know what I'm saying, when you look back and you be like, damn. Like for me, like little things really matter. And that's what kind of separates you from being like, all right, I rock with her. All right, fuck them. Honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, if we out, and, you know what I'm saying, you even if I got it already, you might offer like, I got this. She might be like, what the fuck? Like, all right, but I really got it. But the fact that you offer it, or she'd be like, let me buy you a shot. Let me buy you just something little or whatever like that. Like, I remember one time it was a shorty I was messing with. She was bad. I ain't gonna front. Like, she was bad. And, you know, we talking. She was she threw me off with this at first. She was like, yeah, I don't like texting. She was like, you gotta call me. I gotta call you every night? Like, I'm like, all right. So that was my first sign where it was shit. That's the first hit where I should have been like, all right, you tripping. But, you know, since I called her, we was talking like every night and everything like that. And then she was like, I'm a kept woman or whatever. She was like, I'm used to a motherfucker paying or doing for everything or whatever like that. And mind you, like you said, if I know you mind, whatever the case may be, and we at that point, I might not have a problem with that or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, me and her just started rocking and everything like that. And then this has never happened to me before. And I'm not saying it like I'm that dude or whatever. So we talking one night. The conversation go a little less. Shorty blocked me. I've never been blocked in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some months go by, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I probably seen a couple future memes or whatever, but I hit her with them. Man, how you doing? Miss you and shit, you know what I'm saying? So she hit me back one day. I'm like, oh shit. She hit me back. So, you know what I'm saying? She talk or whatever, we call. She tell me where I fucked up and everything like that. She was like, the first place you fucked up, we would go out, you know, this and that or whatever. Because, you know, like I said, she was fine. You know what I'm saying? She had a daughter, all kinds. She had her shit together, man. She really did. So we went out a couple of times. One time we went out, she was like, I got it. She said this. Now, you tell me if this is not, she said, I got it. So I'm like, okay, you got it. I didn't tell her to pay for it. She was like, yeah, that one time you let me pay for it, the date or whatever. I'm like, you offered. What the fuck are you? She was like, that's where you fucked up one. And then, you know, she keep going on telling me where I messed up and this and that. And she was like, yeah. She was like, even if you don't got it, you better go broke trying to, you know, impress me or something. I'm like,
what?
I'm never finna do that for nobody.
Why would I go broke?
Why would I go broke for this?
You got me
Yes.
fucked up.
So,
if I was broke, I wouldn't have
and
did.
and it really made me realize, like, all right, she want a different type of nigga.
If you was smart, you would know that you don't want a nigga to go broke.
Why would you want to fuck with
you?
Why would you want to fuck with a nigga that's gonna go broke?
Trying to impress you.
Fucking with the likes of you.
Yes.
That don't even make sense.
But that goes back to, you want me to give my all to you, I ain't got nothing in return.
Right.
So, you know, needless to say, me and her didn't work out. She was fine, though. Yeah. Shout out to Shorty, though. She might follow y'all. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shorty.
You know, tell them.
Yeah. You know, so you in my line. We can kick it, but we ain't gonna go like that.
Right. You ain't fucked up.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way.
Standards too high.
But she was used to like, all right, I ain't gonna keep.
Just in the game period.
No,
like
she was
high.
used to like that kind of, you know what I'm saying. But she was used to, you know what I'm saying. She was, you know what they be saying, big steppers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying, niggas that was out here. She was used to niggas that was out here and shit. So when she told me she was a kept woman and like that's not me or whatever. So if you used to those type of guys,
like
or
drug
whatever,
dealers.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. But I don't want to say it on you guys' podcast like that. I don't
say that shit, son.
Hey.
He like drug dealer.
This is my first time on here. You know, I know what I'll say on that 5 Dubs podcast.
Speak that fact
Talk about them facts all the time.
No, ain't nothing off limits here.
listen.
We do. Hey, you say y'all be out here.
Hey, man.
I ain't listening. I ain't got a chance to listen yet.
Okay.
But we ain't nothing off limits here. We just said some shit.
Hey,
What you say, cousin? What you say on that one that I like? I posted that shit. We was talking about women giving women traditional shit. You know, the traditional, like giving them flowers and doing shit like that. And we was like, if you ain't got that, he was like, I'll do that for a woman, but if I don't do, I can do it, but maybe I'm not fucking with you like that to do it.
Right. You ain't reached that point. Shit.
That's 100 though. That's 100 though. Like that is 100.
The damn near 2 years we've been doing this. I ain't it's probably number 2. If it's not 1, it's number 2 of all the shit that's been said on this podcast.
That's 100.
Maybe I'm not fucking with you like that.
Right.
I mean, I could keep it a buck. Like that's 100. You know what's funny is it's like, all right. I don't know. This is just funny. Like it's like I'll be thinking about shit like that sometimes, but it'd be like, yeah, I ain't fucking with you like that. Like, or even like, you know what it is too for me is it's like, all right, it's so different out here. If you give a woman flowers or something like that, or a bear or something like that, depending on y'all relationship or who she is or who she fucked with in the past, she might even be like, "Why the fuck you giving me this? Are you soft or something?" You know what I'm saying? Right. It was one girl. It was another girl. Shout out to her too. You know what I'm saying? That she was like, yeah, teddy bear and flowers ain't gonna work for me if you fuck up, like, as a gift. And I'm like, what you mean? So I'm like, that ain't nothing that'd be.
Jewelry.
She used to fuck with drug dealers too. So she was like, you gotta come with something a little better. And I'm like, even if you just having a regular bad day, no, I'll do something that just kind of, help you get along. She was like, yeah, no, I'll do a teddy bear and the flowers and then like that ain't gonna work for me. And I was like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? And, needless to say, you know what I'm saying? That didn't work out. It's just because it's like I'm not finna. My thing is this is like I'm not finna buy nobody love and affection. Like I'm not finna buy nobody time and nothing like that. Like I said, if I want to do those things for you, I would do it for you. But what's the difference between me buying you a bag and me buying you a bear to cheer you up when you had a rough day or a rough week? What's the difference between that? They both supposed to be. They're supposed to both be the same thing. I did that because I wanted to. I did that because I cared about you. But I ain't finna just be like, damn, let me go buy these red bottoms so shit. I could get 5 minutes for sure. Fuck no.
You gotta act, you gotta act your wage.
Yeah.
If you the type of nigga that got, and that's the thing where it's like, they used to fucking with the drug. That he got that type of money
if
to blow that. That ain't me.
Yeah.
Right.
That ain't me. I'm sorry, but I'm trying.
That's not.
And that's just the whole thing of like, what's the Christmas saying is like, or not even just Christmas, just the gift giving thing. Period. It's like it's the thought that matters, or it's the thought that counts. The thought that counts.
Yeah. So like if that's not me,
it's
that's
just
not me.
you should be happy at the fact that I went out to spend some money.
Right. I was
the money that I can spend.
I was thinking about you. Period. If that's not enough, then what is? So.
You know what's gonna happen? You gonna buy them red bottoms, and she gonna expect more the next time, and more the next time, and more the next time. Like, oh, you ain't give me no car. Oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I didn't buy. That's why I didn't buy that shit.
Fuck that. If you don't appreciate this chocolate and these teddy bears, you not getting no red bottom.
Shit, fuck that. Appreciate me for thinking about you.
Right.
Appreciate me for thinking about you. Appreciate me for being like, hey man, you know what? Let me do something to brighten her day. Let me do something to make her smile. I appreciate that. Fuck a bag or ribbon. Appreciate the nigga you got and shit. Like.
If you don't appreciate this Noodles and Company, you not getting no bitch honest. You know what I'm saying? You don't appreciate this Chick-fil-A.
You ain't
man.
getting no
That's
roof.
what-
You ain't getting no
that's what-
roof. You
Hey,
ain't getting no roof, Chris.
Hey, that is free game right now. That is
Exactly.
free game right now for, you know what I'm saying? So that exactly. Like if you can't appreciate that news in the company, you ain't gonna appreciate that other shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not playing with
That's what it is, dog. A lot of, and you know, I've been trying to limit my talks against women, but that's the problem with like a lot of people that just period like appreciation. Motherfuckers lack appreciation. They want like they so focused on what they think they deserve, they fail to realize to appreciate the small shit that somebody might give you. Regardless of they can give you bigger or not, it's like, you know, they made an attempt to do something to make you feel better.
Hey man, audacity is at an all-time high right now amongst all people.
All time.
Everybody tripping.
Everybody. You see these niggas storming the Capitol. The audacity is at an all-time high. When niggas start storming the Capitol,
Man, audacity is, you know what I'm saying? That shit is like, you know what they say, selling like hotcakes. That audacity's booming right now. I wish I could put stocks in audacity. I have a bag, nigga. I have my Corvette already. I wish. Motherfuckers done lost their mind everywhere. Some of these women done lost their mind. These niggas losing their mind. White folks losing their mind. Motherfuckers tripping. The former president lost his fucking mind.
soon to be
Set
former
tripping.
president. Still ain't former yet.
You know what? I'll tell you what.
He got a couple weeks. Still got a couple weeks. What's today? The 9th? I think he out on like the 20-something.
Man, listen. Olympus has fallen.
Yeah, they stormed the Capitol.
What's the name of that movie? He wasn't there. If he was there, that shit would have never happened. Would have had that shit on lock. That's the first thing I thought about. Y'all ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy. They had another movie though. It was the same concept.
It was
White House got taken over by terrorists and shit.
yeah. The Olympus has fallen,
And
and
it was
then the other one
with
was some of their.
Foxx and that dude from 21 Jump Street.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah.
I'm like, and both of those came out around the same time. I'm like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
they did. I
bro?
didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. I was tripping when I seen that. I was like, damn,
that's why
something finna happen.
that's
I
why
need to know about.
that's why like I said, it should be happening now. Be like out of movie, man. So
Right.
it'd be just, like you said, audacity has an all time high, man. With everybody, it's just like
Because Jamie was the president, right?
Jamie was the
Yeah,
president, and then
yeah.
Dog was like with his daughter or something, and they helped save. It was a bunch of crazy
It was
stuff.
crazy.
I remember that movie. I don't even know why I watched it.
I don't remember the
whatever.
name of it. Was it White House Down?
Was it Olympus Has Fallen or something like
No,
that?
Olympus Has Fallen was with. Yeah, it was White House Down.
It might have been White House.
Yeah,
Down.
it was
I
White
just
House Down.
remember the movie.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought
I have
about that
no
instantly.
idea.
I'm like,
I have no
it's
idea
the
why I
same
watched
concept,
it.
though.
Yeah, I have no idea why I watched that movie till the end.
Yeah, White House
I
Down.
have no idea why I watched it. Yep, White House Down. Yep. But I watched it till the end, so I don't know if it was. I don't know if Shorty had it on or whatever the case may be, but I watched it all the way. But it's just, but it's crazy out here. Like you said, audacity is an all time high, man.
But
So.
the irony of it is Americans that's doing the shit. In the movies,
Yeah, they
it
came
was-
out in the same year,
Yeah,
2013.
see, I'm saying like, what the fuck? I think in the first, what was it, Olympus Has Fallen? It was like Asians. That was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
if
the
it
other
was
one
like-
wasn't. It was the same. It was something else that has fallen, but it was
Yeah.
something has fallen, right?
London or something.
London, maybe.
But,
Yeah.
something like that. It was the same dude though.
Yeah.
London Has Fallen.
2016. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how I remember all of these fucking titles. I ain't seen these movies in years. But
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. I don't think I finished it. I know they got it on Netflix or had it.
Like I said, man, it's just really just a it's just a different time, man. And then I know, like, for me personally, like, I know the type of people that I, grew up around and, just was people that I maybe admired or looked up to, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that, like, I'm just, one of them dudes or whatever, but I just know the people that influenced me and everything like that. And it's just like that stuff wouldn't have flew when we was younger or just when just growing up and stuff like that. So it's just really weird. Like, like you said, the audacity and just some of the things that go on, and it's just different out here. That's probably why I'd be at the crib. I don't know, man. We had a good run. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, shout out to that motherfucker who was climbing the wall and fell on the barricade. I hope your legs is broke, bitch.
man, it was so
Hey, why
much.
was they climbing the wall though?
That's a good question, dog.
Like it's video of them just letting them in.
The irony of that
Just
shit.
walking up the regular steps. Like, why you climbing the wall?
Audacity for you to come up the wall. Like it was
Like
people
you
just
to make you
walking through
feel,
the gate.
to make you feel like
Why are
you really doing
that?
something.
Right.
Like, oh, you ain't doing nothing. Just give it up. Just say like they told you to come here. It was staged. You knew you was gonna get let in, no problem.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell y'all climbing the gate like that.
Right.
Or it ain't even no gate. It's a wall. But it's like
moving the barricade so they could get in.
yeah, they taking pictures with y'all. Like, come on.
Right. Like, hey, Tom, you made it. Come on, anybody.
That's why I don't even believe none of this shit. I was on Facebook today, and this dude was saying like he was comparing like the Black Lives Matter shit to what they did, as far as rioting and shit, and he was trying to make a point that basically like this shit was staged. And the Black Lives Matter shit wasn't. And I had a thought like, how do you know that it wasn't the other way around? Or not even the other way around. Like, how do you know Black Lives Matters, like all the shit that they claim, the right, I guess is it the right? The conservatives? I know it's the conservatives. I don't know if it's the right. But the conservatives didn't do the same thing as far as staging and shit.
Right.
For the Black Lives Matter shit.
Right.
Like, how do we not know?
We don't.
On both sides. It might be staged on both sides. Like, all the shit that all the quote-unquote Black Lives Matter shit did that was terrorizing, that might have been staged too.
Supposedly terrorizing.
Yeah.
Really terrorizing. Just happened.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of distinguish between the two, but I really don't think like I'm probably like 99% sure Black Lives Matter wasn't staged or anything like that. That was everything was from the heart.
No, not. I'm saying like the bad stuff that they were saying.
Yeah.
That was happening.
That I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like that those to make that movement seem
Look bad. Yeah.
Okay. That it might have been if you throw it because a lot of those were peaceful protests, and then someone went left. And it was just like, and then that's what they highlighted. So it's like you never know, and everything like that. But that shit that happened at the White House, man, I don't fucking know, man. I don't really.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't want to say it is, but I feel like it is beneficial, kind of, to say that it is. I feel like shit was staged. Like all the videos that I was watching, you saw a cameraman in it. Like you saw somebody in the frame of this video taking pictures. And it's like, oh, y'all just are there just like cameramen just at the Capitol all the time?
With the camera.
Like y'all just got cameramen just posted up there.
With the tripod.
Or yeah.
Y'all, why ain't kicking them out?
Yeah.
No, it was a nigga in there smoking a joint in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, they going crazy. Nigga was like, the cameraman was like, what strain is that? He was like, yeah, this woo woo woo. And then a cop ran right past him. Big fat ass dude.
Yeah, some of that shit, you be like,
But that's how I feel about even some of the Black Lives Matter shit. They were saying like they saw like after certain announcements made about, you know, certain charges or against certain officers or whatever, they'd be like, all of a sudden there were a pile of bricks right here on the street. Like, there's no construction going on here, nothing. But there's a pallet of bricks sitting right here.
It's gonna go crazy. Couldn't have been niggas that broke in the Capitol. Niggas would have been in that bitch playing 2K. Hey, pass me that Henny. Niggas would have been barbecuing. Niggas would have had that bitch turned up. Niggas would have been playing Frankie Beverly and Maze. Stepping in what's her name, Nancy Pelosi office. Niggas would have been in that bitch chilling. Couldn't have been us.
But no, you know, we already know that.
Niggas wouldn't even got that far.
Hell no. We wasn't even trying to go there, and they had 100 motherfuckers on the steps at the Capitol. It's like we ain't even focused on that.
Right. That shit crazy. What's wrong with it, man? Them your cousins. Cutting up.
Man, I ain't gonna say that shit like the shit that's going on is not true, like the shit not going on, but I don't really put too much stock into it. Cause it's hard. I mean, it's just, for me, I just feel like it's hard to believe like the shit that's going on. Like you never know what people is going to.
Right.
And then
everybody else.
You never know what people will do for money. You never know what people are just going to do for money. Like if somebody offers you 100,000, like or 50,000 or 10,000, hey, go run them to the Capitol, run up in Nancy below for 10,000. It's like, hey, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You ain't gonna get shit. Hell, hey, they could have gave me 10,000. I ain't gonna get shot. I ain't gonna get tased. I ain't gonna hit by no rubber bullets.
Hey, put that in paperwork.
Oh, I'm there. 10,000.
Hey, I would have pulled.
All I gotta do is walk up
like
there.
That one black dude that was in there. He was just standing there and shit. Like, look at these motherfuckers.
That was so awkward.
I'm just checking my stick.
Hey, let me tell you.
So awkward. He was the only brother.
Let me tell you this, dog.
He was so awkward, bro.
Hey, Aaron sent me this one, dog.
DoorDash for Terrence. Hell no. Somebody ordered Little Caesars. Little Caesars for
But like, hey, if somebody came up to you with like 10,000, walk up to the Capitol steps, ain't nothing gonna happen to you.
10 racks.
10,000, 10K.
I would have told everybody close to me, so I know just in case it's a setup.
If we keep it in the buck, yes.
Yeah, I would too. 10,000.
I'm walking to that motherfucker,
and ain't nothing gonna happen. Hell yeah, just walk up there, and that's probably what Dog was on. Like, I'm just standing there.
10 racks,
right.
But like he said, I'm gonna call out. I'm like, hey, moms, see some shit on the news.
Right. If something happened to me,
you need something from the store. Like,
it's the reason I was there.
Hey, you need a couple dollars. You need a couple dollars. You know, something like. With 10 racks.
Be like that episode of Fresh Prince when they was shooting a video at their house.
Yeah.
I was
trying to go to my room.
I was like, what you was doing? I went to my room. I was trying to be in the video. Oh gosh, I just want to be on the news. Shit. I was trying to get in the Capitol. What you was trying to do? Shit, I was trying to be on the news.
They showed, I saw this one. It was this lady on. I don't know if y'all seen it. The lady said she got sprayed with mace.
Yeah, I seen.
And it was some shit. Oh yeah. It was some shit. It was some shit that they showed where like she had a towel where she was wiping her face, but it was a lemon or not a lemon. It was an onion in it.
For real? I believe it. You know what? I didn't see
And
that.
I believe it too because
It's a revolution.
from all the shit that I seen, if you got sprayed by mace, you cannot open your eyes.
Right.
You're gonna keep your eyes
Like
closed.
she was just crying.
Yeah, she was talking regular. Like, no, if you
that
really got
makes sense.
sprayed by mace, you wouldn't even be able to open your eyes.
Right.
That's 100 because like, a friend of mine, he got sprayed by mace and shit. And he wanted me to. It's a long story. This is back in our, some wilder times. He long story short, he got sprayed by some mace, and it was so bad. He was like, "Hey, bro, you gotta take me to the hospital." I said, "Hell no, I ain't take you to the hospital. We was just lit. We gonna get both of us in trouble." That was my nigga. So shout out to bro and shit. You know what I'm saying? I took him and shit. He couldn't open his eyes though. He was in the car. It hurt so bad and everything. He was like spitting in his coat and shit. He was like, "Bro, I can't see.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't shut up. So I'm like, "All right, bro, I'm gonna take you, bro." Like he just wouldn't shut up. But it was like you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Like, you can't see anything and it burns and stings and all those kind of things. So
Like, cause that shit's so strong. Like, even if you just in the area,
yes.
like you ain't even got to be sprayed directly. If you just in the area in that air, that shit'll hit you.
I think what it's funny now when we look at it. It wasn't funny at that time, but I think what happened was dude sprayed my guy, and then some of it got on our other guy. And he was like, "Oh, what the?" You know what I'm saying? It hit him too, and like you said, it's so strong that it just, it kind of you'll feel it or whatever. Even if you don't get sprayed indirectly or whatever, it's that strong or whatever. So that's 100 or whatever. So I probably could see that or whatever. So, but yeah, that was some crazy times. So had a lot of adventures, man.
To get sprayed by you definitely in some crazy times. If the police bar pulled out some,
listen, man, it was a crazy night, and I tried to tell this is one of my guys. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my niggas. This is my best bro, and I tried to tell him, I was like, "Hey, bro, we can just roll and shit." And he was like, "No," and it was one of them situations. It was more, him and his lady. So it's like, all right, that's between y'all and shit. And then after a while, it's like, all right, I ain't finna tell you no more. So it's just like, all right. But it was a crazy night though. But yeah, it definitely hurt him. So he definitely couldn't see it. When we was in the car, he was like, "Bro, I can't see." Like,
hell yeah.
Like, all right, bro. And then after a while, I just gave in, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna take you, bro. Like, I took you to the hospital and shit. And I don't even know what they did for him and stuff, but. After a while, he eventually could see, but he couldn't see for that whole time, like from when he got maced and when he was in the car. So that's pretty accurate. So
yeah, that shit, wild, man.
It's crazy, man.
Wild times we living in.
It is, man. Like you said, it's just certain things. It's certain things that you really don't expect, and like you said, it's just certain things like. I never thought I would see those type of things in any type of presidency, man, because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, when you think of the president, you think of just someone that is just like honorable, respectable, like a leader, just someone that is just
all the things that
you aspire to be, yes, and he's none of those things, So it's just like. I don't know, but like like at least when I think of a president, I don't think of any of the qualities that he has. But it is what it is.
I just wonder, like beyond this, how respectable is being the president gonna be? It's like this nigga, like in history, they probably gonna try to erase this. Like that's 100 years from now,
that's real. Right?
Our great grandkids probably ain't gonna be in the history books.
Hell.
But it's like, how do you look? How do you look at this nigga? How do you not this nigga, but how do you look at being the president the same? It's like y'all let dog get they try to say like you could be anything you want, whatever. And then as far as for black people, once Obama came, person. It was like, oh, we can really become. But it's like, no, Obama was educated as hell. That nigga went to college for X amount of years, had all these type of degrees. He did all these things. Like, no, if you look at Trump, like, oh, I can really be anything. This nigga was he ain't got no degrees. He ain't hold no other political position before being president. So it's like, how do you look at being the president? It's like he is literally the example of you can be whatever you want to be.
Right. They just be
What more than anybody probably on the planet.
At this point, it's just like they be letting anybody.
Or in history. It's like, dog was, he, at the top, he probably was a great real estate investor. But the nigga was the celebrity, or was the host of The Apprentice.
All right.
The nigga was on WWE. Arguing.
Celebrity.
Yeah, it's like, and this nigga became president.
Man, I'm moving to Africa.
I'm going to Canada. They get like $2,000 a month. I'm going to Canada. What's happening? Drake, what's happening?
On to the 6.
Yep, 6 God, man. It really do make you. It makes you think. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Even I remember that election and everything like that, and I remember people saying like, "It's no way he gets nominated." I even thought that. I'm like, "It's no," and then he fucking got nominated, and then he won. And
This
I'm just
motherfucker did it.
I thought it was a joke. Yes, it did.
No,
This motherfucker did
for
it.
me, once he got nominated, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I wasn't surprised that it did. I was like, if they let this man get to the point where he can be the Republican nominee,
Yeah.
he got a chance.
Anything is possible. And I like I said, once that was a real realization, it was just like, all right, anything is possible. And then it was like a snowball effect. And it was just like these last 4 years was just kind of just like a blur, honestly. Like, but.
And honestly, though, as far as like the effects that he would have had as far as being the decisions that he made of being a president, he didn't do that bad until Corona came.
We were,
Like him as a person, he was fucked up the whole time, all 4 years. But him as president, it didn't really get that bad until Corona hit.
we were having this conversation the other day, and it was just like, all right, it was the same thing. It was just like him as a president. It was just him as a person. It was just him as a person, and him and the things that he said, or him and the things that he maybe even empowered, or some of the things that maybe he didn't even say. Like he didn't, denounce, this or that or whatever like that. But presidency wise, I mean,
He had a good.
He was
He had a
straight.
good 3 years.
Yeah, like
He had a good 3 years.
Corona, and even Corona is tough because it's like no one knew what Corona was, but it could have been handled better. Yes.
Once you found out that he fired or whatever, got rid of the I forgot what the division was called, but the people that was supposed to look over that type of stuff as far as disease wise and stuff that can end up being a pandemic, he got rid of that division.
Okay.
So once you find that out, it's like, oh, you kind of fucked up on that one.
That could have
You
been
fucked
handled. That could have been handled better. So I'll give you that. That could have been handled better, but some.
And
other
even
things,
once it came along, he was like, "Oh, you ain't gotta wear masks. You ain't got. It's nothing to worry about.
it
We
was
got it all handled."
Man, he got this.
he caught this. Yes, he tried. It's like, bro, you caught it. Like,
Yeah, because he was out here with no mask. He was posting rallies with hundreds of thousands of people.
and then they gave him the best drugs the money could buy, bro. Because he got cured in like 2 days and shit. I'm like, nigga, you was supposed to be 14. What you want?
Right.
So,
No, he was supposed to be out of here.
yeah.
He's 70 years old. He's 70 years old. He the two things you probably don't want to be: old and overweight.
Yeah.
And he survived the shit though. With both of those things.
All right. He got that shit Magic Johnson got.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the Fountain of Youth.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's the type of shit that make you think like, is Corona that bad?
Yeah.
Like, can they, like, if they can give people all the stuff that he got,
Yeah.
because he's supposed, he in those two statistics.
He got that shit
Dope.
from Space Jam.
the secret
was in
juice.
that water bottle.
Yeah. Mike's super juice, or what is it called? Secret
Michael
juice.
stuff or something.
Michael
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't remember that. He got whatever was in that motherfucker.
I think Mike's secret stuff or some shit. Yeah.
The shit that only the upper echelon get.
Just like Magic, though.
Cure everything.
Just like Magic. Magic been living what? Damn near 30 years with fucking HIV.
That was
Skip
a
the
minute
beat.
when that was like 90 something when he got diagnosed with that.
Yeah,
So it's
damn near
like
30 years.
that's a long time.
Right.
So he got some paper. So
At least 25 minimum years.
Right.
I think it'd probably be 30 though, because I think Magic got diagnosed in like 91. It's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about 30.
It's 21. We in 21 now.
21.
Uh-uh.
So it's you know what I'm saying. It's just like it just shows that, you know, what money and science advancements can do and everything like that. But Magic living like he living his best life. So you know, and kudos to him. Shout out to him, man. So you know what I'm saying. But
Yep.
Yeah, after a physical before 91-92
Yep.
season, Johnson discovered he had tested positive for HIV. So yeah, 30 years.
about 30 years, yeah. So it's like, shit, if you can live through that, you can live through anything, man. So
Yep.
You could live through anything if Magic
Magic
made
made
it. Was that Kanye?
Kanye was, before he got weird, Kanye was cold, man. That might be a for real battle right there. Is Kanye?
Yeah.
I said that one too.
Before it,
I said
'cause
that one too.
Kanye
Yeah.
is- yes.
Hell yeah.
Whether it's him or what he produced, Kanye would be a that would probably be a for real one. But I think Kanye would probably just be too weird to do it now. So, but I think that would probably
He
be
going through his own shit.
that would
now.
probably be
I don't
the
think-
only that probably the only person that I would say would really could fuck with for real like that. Yeah.
He going through his own shit now. I don't think he
Going
want to do
through
that.
a lot of shit
Right.
right now. So
I didn't even know that shit they was talking about, dog.
I don't even want to believe that shit true. So,
I just found that out today.
yeah,
I saw
I
a
just-
bunch of people talking
yeah.
about it like all week,
What,
and then I
divorce?
finally seen no, but
No,
why?
some other-
Why the divorce?
Jeffrey shit.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that shit wasn't true. I'm like, it can't be.
I ain't
bro.
believe it. Like
I
it's
feel- I'm like,
until
he ain't going out like
until
that.
you prove like
Wasn't
provide me
dog
something.
fucking with did y'all see where he was fucking with the other dude? It was another athlete that was trying to say
I know
he was
who you
fucking
talking
with.
about. I
Yeah.
remember his
It was some unknown dude though.
Right.
But his wife, you know, she made it a thing where she was like, damn, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But and I guess he tried to come out and say, you know, I did this for the money or some shit like that.
What?
See, that's a situation where I ain't doing
For
that
real?
for the money. Yeah, I remember that where he was like he
Yeah.
did that for like $100.
I can't remember dog name.
But I that one right there, I ain't doing that for the money right there.
Oh, that's garbage.
That's just too that's too far right there.
Nah, bro.
Website.
That's just a little too far, man.
You gotta
So
live
it's-
with that.
You really
Ain't
do.
enough money in the world.
No, it's not. But one thing I learned is like, and even it's like sometimes because before that, didn't nobody really know who dude was. So it was like sometimes people will sell their soul for a little attention and shit.
No, I ain't know who neither one of them was.
I didn't either.
Like, who the fuck?
I continue don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's y'all on, bro?
Jeffree Star. Like, who the fuck is that?
Kanye.
You know who that was?
I can't remember a dog name.
I think he was in if you put in that in certain player, then it's just like
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think
I
of
don't
his
know
name.
if it was an NBA player or football player, and I don't know.
Jeffree Star, athlete. Or,
Yeah, put
something
athlete
like
and
that.
shit. Yeah.
He must have been trash,
Yeah,
whoever
there
he
you go.
was.
Yeah, he's a basketball player. Yeah. He really wasn't that
No,
good.
bro,
probably.
you can't come out and say you did it for the
Yeah.
money, bro. Because like, how much money did you like? What?
Because I think he was trying to say like Jeffree Star, because I think he had some type of racist thing going on. And He was trying to show that he not or she, I don't know, whatever. It don't matter. That was the first picture I saw. That one.
Okay.
And everybody was identifying dog tattoos, and then that's when more shit came out. Let me see.
That shit's sick. Niggas ain't got no dignity. Ain't no fucking way.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm like, how much money was you not making for you to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wait, so is he a current NBA player or a former NBA player?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to read here. I'll say so. The man that may have been faceless in the picture, but his arm tattoos were visible, and that's apparently all it took to, I don't know that word, sleuth, to figure out it was basketball player Andre Marhaud.
He averaged 5 points, bro. 5 points. Hell no, bro. He just next topic, bro. These niggas, you not an NBA star, bro. You first of all, you overseas and you only averaging 5, bro. You might as well stay here, bro.
right.
You can damn near come get in this wild league with me and shit, my nigga. 5 points, bro. Come on, man. He needed that money. He probably needed that play. He needed that play right there, dog. For 5 points, I know he ain't getting no bag. So he needed this right here. He needed this attention right here.
Hell yeah, dog.
5
His wife was,
Damn, bro.
his wife was hurt, dog. She was hurt, dog. She was posting.
She should
shit.
be more mad at the nigga only averaging 5 points. Look his stats up. Bro, I'm at least be a bucket, bro. I'm at least be double digits, bro. 5 points. Be like, damn,
overseas.
We guess. 5 points over. So you went all the way across the other country, across the country.
You a full ass black man. Yeah, you a full ass.
Yes, you went across the whole country to get 5 points. That's what you did.
Not the whole country.
You could have stayed.
Planet. You went halfway across. You went halfway around the world
to get 5 points. To get 5 points,
Come
my
on,
guy.
man. You could have went to the G League and just hoped that you would have moved up.
But your plane ticket worth more than that, bro. Come on, 5 points. And I know you. Don't tell me you cool with the owners for 5 points. Come on now. She should be more embarrassed about that and shit. Like, baby, put your stats up. At least just post that one good game you had. 5 points, that make it even worse.
Right. All right. But yeah, you needed that money.
He did. He needed that play. He needed that play.
It makes sense now.
It all makes sense now. So this all makes sense now. For 5 points, you needed that bag. You needed this controversy or whatever the fuck it was. You needed this opportunity for 5 points. Damn, bro. I thought, nah. Let me stop. 5 points.
No, that's hilarious. That's
you might as well
hilarious.
get you a reality TV show or something at this point.
Something, bro. 5
that might have been the play. That might have been the play here. Shit.
5 points, dog.
In Germany too.
I'm never gonna say I'm one of the coldest niggas in the world. I used to think I was a bucket or whatever, but 5 points, bro. Come on, 5 points. All right, that's like the worst stat ever, bro. At least give me 6, bro. 5 points, bro.
He didn't even touch the double digits.
He wasn't even close. He was a lot of points away from that double digits right there.
He needed to double what he got.
Yeah, he really did. Stop me, man. Stop me.
He need them shoes from Like Mike.
He needed that secret stuff.
He need something. He need some Wheaties or something.
Mike's secret stuff, Wheaties, and
the Like Mike shoes.
Yeah, and the Like Mike shoes. Damn, boy, 5
points. That's 2 layups. What are you talking about, bro? Whatever the next topic is, man. I'm up.
No, we here.
5 points, but that's really 2 layups.
Hey, you gotta
That's
do
2
what you gotta do, right?
putbacks.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, you needed that back, bro. So you do your thing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna come in our cycle, but it's all ball.
Germany Pro A.
Just put the stats down. Make it worse.
That's crazy.
They put the efficiency up here too.
Hey, man, whatever team, bro,
0.8.
play for, man. Hey, come holler at us. We got Sunday runs. And my guys, we get you more than them 5 points, guys. So you know what I'm saying. Holler at us.
Oh, that's crazy.
It ain't like none of the other stats is no better.
And this from 14, 15. So this nigga ain't played it.
I probably would have gave him buckets. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, he probably would have caught some work. So.
That's crazy.
But you do your thing, though, man.
Oh yeah, you said that's for 14, 15.
40, yeah.
All right.
Is he still currently playing?
He probably for 5 points. I know he not.
Yeah, he needed that. He needed that publicity
He needed that
slash
opportunity,
money,
man.
whatever.
You do your thing, man.
Whatever he doing that shit for, yeah, it ain't worth it.
But shit, I don't know, man. Y'all got anything else? Got anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, unless y'all got something. Like I said, man, I'm a guest on y'all podcast, man. So I really was just
we welcome all topics. Anybody that we encourage it.
I think I said enough. You know what I'm saying? It's probably people gonna be like out there. It's probably gonna be like, man, who the fuck is y'all cousin, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really get, got in attend a lot of things, whatever. But
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all for I appreciate y'all for having me on here and everything. You know what I'm saying? But anything that y'all wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I really was just rocking and going off y'all vibe and everything like that. So,
I thought about some shit that I had sent you that in the post.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I didn't even look at that. I had them in there and I didn't even look at them.
I found, I ain't find nothing, but I remember what it was, though. It was basically saying, that podcast I listened to, Advice from a Fuckboy, Clint Coley. It was basically saying, they was asking asking men what are your problems that you've been having, you know what I'm saying, dating and shit.
Oh.
And I guess
we might have another hour on this bitch now. If we gonna go into that, we might have another hour on this motherfucker.
Did you see my eyes get watery?
I seen his face light up.
My face light.
Y'all ready? We gonna go there? Y'all ready?
Yep.
Let's do it then.
The problems.
We go with you. We'll let you go to guess. Go ahead. Problems.
I think my problem is a combination.
This is gonna be the first clip. I'm sorry.
It's a combination.
This is gonna be the first clip I'm posting.
My problem is a combination of a couple of things. It's like part of it, I'm not gonna lie, is like part of it is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm the perfect person. I can admit that or whatever. And then part of it too is maybe the type of people that I run into. Maybe because of the people that I hang around. And it's like, all right, I gave y'all 2 scenarios where it was like, it was 2 shorties that I said, they both fucking drug dealers. So it'd be a lot of, you know what I'm saying, maybe ones like that, and I'll be having to sit back like, damn, like, how the fuck am I catching y'all? But a part of it was me. I mean, I could say, you know what I'm saying, myself, it was some things that I probably didn't do in the past, and it was probably some people that, it was one person in particular, you know what I'm saying, for sure, that I probably, you know what I'm saying, effed up with, you know what I'm saying, shout out to her, light-skinned shorty from the credit union, but that I, probably messed up with, and, it just kind of, snowballed or whatever, but I mean, the problem now is like, it's like, all right, we kind of touched on it a little bit, it's like, all right, I don't see all right, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I'm not finna be one of them dudes to be like, all right, I'm finna cash you this just for your time. I'm finna do this for your time. I'm just finna do this for you for the kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? When I first meet you, I'm not one of them guys. And it's a lot of, I ain't gonna say it's a lot of women out there. I mean, it's a decent amount of, maybe people out there. Maybe it's just the ones that I maybe interact with, or maybe the ones that we interact with. I can't speak for all the women out there, because I mean, there are some good women out there too. There are some good women out there that maybe just want, time, affection, a hug, all that kind of stuff or whatever. Wherever you at, please show yourself. Tell us your location. We'll pull up. But maybe it's a combination of the ones we find and all those kind of things. But I'm not one of those guys. It's like, I'm not finna pay for your time and your attention or whatever like that. Like I said, if I want to do it because I care about you, I have no problem doing with that. But I'm not finna be one of them niggas that be like, oh yeah, that's all you need. No, I'm not. That's not me. That's never been me or whatever. Like, I want our connection and everything to be genuine or whatever. And then, like I said, another thing too is, I can keep it a buck, is my thing is I run into people that are either too good, too bad, or a little bit bitter. It's no in between. And when when you find somebody too good, you be like, damn, she's great, but I ain't got it together. I don't have, what I'm saying? I'm not on her level. I don't have my shit. That's 100. And what I'm saying? There's been some people like that I ran into. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna fuck this up. I know me. So you know what I'm saying? Or then there's something you run into, or they just bad. You be like, damn, like she fine, she this and that or whatever, but she ain't shit. Like, she like me. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Or she better than me. She worse than me. She just on this or that, or I'm just one of the ones on her roster or whatever. Or when she bitter, it's just like she don't even want to give you a chance to open up and be like, I wasn't that last nigga or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't me. So I think that's probably more my problem than anything, is it's too good, too bad, or too bitter.
What you got? What you think? Because it's your topic. I'm sure you put some thought into it.
Shit, I done lost a lot of patience that I used to have.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of that shit. So I would say I'm definitely part of the reason why I don't be dabbling as much as I could. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or really out here dating, like I could be. I don't be having the patience, bro. I be ready to cut people off too fast. Motherfuckers be thinking it be sweet. I don't know what you was used to before. You probably could talk to your last nigga like that. You ain't finna talk to me like that. Or you think you finna have me paying for everything. I'm not that type of nigga. Even if I had the money, I'm still not that type of nigga to just be paying for everything just to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or just to get some time. I ain't going out like that, but really, I feel like it's more of a patience thing, because I don't be putting up with no shit that I feel like I don't have to. If I feel like you bringing me more grief than peace, you gotta go.
You might have hit the title. More grief than peace. So that might be the title of the episode. More grief than peace.
So what's something that you would say you not finna pull up with, or you wouldn't tolerate? What's something that or would affect your peace?
Shit, you accusing me shit I'm not doing? That's an easy one. We talked about that before. Mm-hmm. That's how my last relationship ended. Yeah, that's one. And then, like we was talking about before, you expecting me to do shit that I feel like I don't have to do. I gotta do it because I want to do it. Mm-hmm. You're not finna make me do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just in the blood, because niggas ain't going for just anything.
We all said it. All three of us.
Not at all.
I don't need it that bad. Shit. I'm just gonna be running with whatever. I ain't finna be your yes man. You got the game fucked up. You know who you fucking with. And then you just thinking you expect. I mean, thinking that you deserve so much and you're supposed to give so little. I can't go for that either. I don't know. I be thinking like maybe they think because I got the glasses on, they think I'm soft and shit. No. I ain't going out like that.
Wow.
My name's Snackavelli, not Simpavelli. Got the gang fucked up. Not Trickavelli either. Y'all better get it right. Shit, I'm not finna be crying on your voicemail talking about where you at. Crying, talking about I'm gonna kill that nigga. I'm gonna kill both of y'all when I see y'all. Nah, he can have you. He can have you. I ain't going. That's what you wanna do?
Okay.
But yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know. I guess I'm too passive. Cause I'll be like, shit. If I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you. But it'd be like, shit. If you ain't giving me the same energy, then shit, it'd be easy for me to let a motherfucker go.
That's 100. So what about you?
I think I'm on the like. This is what's crazy. I feel like you on one end, you in the middle, and I'm on like the opposite end of you.
Okay.
Because I do all that shit. Like, I just feel like I would get to the point, like, if I get to the point where I feel like I fuck with you, I'll do everything you want me to do. I'll do everything that needs to be done in order to make you happy. I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no ego or nothing against that. I just want you to be appreciative of it. And I'm going to just say, like, both of y'all saying, like, it's you. Nah, it ain't me. It ain't me. It's not me.
I said, bitch, it's you.
It's you. It's all the women I've been with. It's y'all. It ain't me. It's not me. Bruh, look, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I done had, and what's crazy is I done had one of my exes tell me to come on here and you gotta give up everything. So I'm about to give up everything right here on the first night. Bruh, I done been with a woman and pay for everything.
Okay.
Like, she didn't even have to work. Like, she literally did not work. And I did everything. Paid for everything and never said anything like, oh, I paid. Like, how other people probably would be like, oh, I pay for everything. I do this. Throwing it in their face. Never did it. I done been with a woman. We broke up. And I still helped her pay for shit. Even after we broke up. I helped, while we was together, I helped her pay for shit. And after we broke up, I still helped her pay for shit. So that's why I say, and these are my last two relationships. So that's why I say, like, it ain't me. It's not me. It can't be me. It's hard for me to believe that it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did everything. I did everything even beyond where I had to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I did shit. So it's like, it can't be me. It's hard for me. Maybe somebody else can show me that it's me. But for me, it's hard for me to believe that it's me. I don't believe I did it. There are certain things about me, if you're gonna be with me, that you have to put up with. Like, I'm not gonna talk that much. You can share something with me about what you're going through, and I'm not gonna be super expressive about it. And I'll be like, you know, this, and that. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear about certain stuff that's going on. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like you need to hear. Or it's like, you know, this and that and going on. And I'll be like, and I'll probably be like, excuse me. hey, be happy that, you know, you in that situation. Be happy that you got that job. Be happy that you got that friend or got that family member or got that mom or that parent or whatever. And you might want me to say like, oh, fuck, like, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you the real.
Right.
If I had to say something that was fucked up about me, I'm going to give you the real. I'm not going to go along with you the way you probably want me to go along with you. I'm not. But I feel like that's what you need. Like, I didn't have that with a chick where she was saying, like, you know, I had a woman pour all the shit out about me, about her job. Oh, like, oh, this, and that was going on. And I just be like, oh, yeah, okay, okay. And then they stop sharing it with me and they be like, you know, I wanted you to be like, do this and this and that. It's like, I'm not doing that.
Right. Why did you expect me to do that?
Or
say that?
And it's like, you know me. Like, you know I'm not even like that. Like, I don't even talk to you about the fucked up shit that I go through with my job or with my anything. So why do you is because I just learned it, like, you know, this is what it is. So why do you expect me to come to you or to reply to you with the shit that you going on and just say, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna reply to you like how to word that bitch ain't had no dirt. I'm word, that's what she was on. What the fuck? I'm not doing that, dog. I'm not.
You should have knocked her head between the motherfucker, the
washer
copy and the printer.
Yeah, the copy and the printer. Yeah, I'm not the scanner and the printer. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Shit. Should have knocked their head between the printer and the
But
shredder.
if I had to name something, it would probably be that. But honestly, I'm going to be on the opposite end of you. And just on the other end of you, it's like, it ain't me. It's not me. Yeah. I don't believe it's me.
I mean, I'm Silk the Shocker and Mystical. It ain't my fault.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I do that? No.
It's not me, dog. I done shit that if I talk to any man in my life that I know that I can have a conversation, they'd be like, bro, you did that? You wild. I would never do that. I've done those things that that would be their reply to it. And the shit still didn't work out. So that's why I'd be like, no, it ain't me. It's not me. Because I've done all the shit that women claim they want, and the shit still didn't work out.
I could probably say this. It's like, all right, like when I say me, it's like I know it's certain things that I did. I ain't gonna sit up here and say it was all me neither. But you know what I'm saying? And I can't say it was all her, but I think like the one thing that I probably learned is just like, all right. At the end of the day, too, one thing that I probably was putting on the back burner in a lot of those situations was my happiness. And I think like a lot of times we as, you know, men, providers, whatever the case may be, you put your happiness on the back burner or aside to be like, all right, let me make sure I can do whatever I can for Shorty to be straight, for Shorty to be cool, for Shorty to be happy or whatever. And if I would have probably really followed my heart or followed, you know what I'm saying, well, who makes me happy, it probably would have led me to a certain, you know, person or destination or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't doing that in a few circumstances or a few relationships or whatever. And I think like that's something that probably gets lost in a lot of those. Because like, okay, can you say, when you were doing all those things, you know, for those people, you were looking out for them. But shit, was you good? Was you happy?
No.
What I can say is that I don't know what it is that was probably part of my upbringing, or I don't know what contributed to this. Mm-hmm. But the point is that I've never been one to rely on somebody else to make me be good, to make me think like, oh, I'm good. I've always put that on myself. I would never ever put that on somebody else to be like, oh, I'm good.
That's a good thing though, and that's what I'm saying. Like, was you good with or without that person? Is what I basically was saying. Because a lot of people,
I'm
be
good
like,
with or without anybody.
A lot of people would be like,
but that's the way you should be.
A lot of people would be like, "Oh man, I was doing that to make her happy so I can make them good." You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what I was getting at. Was shit. If you were straight, regardless of that shit, then that's all that mattered or whatever. But
I'm not gonna say I was straight. Me doing what I was doing. I guess the point that I'm saying is, regardless if I did that or not did that, I was gonna be good.
Okay,
but I did that for them.
But see, that kind of ties into what I'm saying. Is like, all right, you did that for them to make them happy, right? To make sure they was good, right?
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, like when you were doing all that shit, was you straight? Like, was you good? Was you like, man, I'm cool, I'm good? You know what I'm saying?
What I can say, I probably would have been better without doing that.
Okay, like I can speak for me.
But doing that didn't make me bad.
It didn't make you bad. But it was like, but okay.
But
like,
if I didn't do that, I definitely would have been better.
I can speak for me in certain situations where it was like, all right, I should have been left, and I just stayed. And then it was like, all right. And then it affected other shit or other things.
Red flags.
Yes, it was like I was like, man, I should have been. You know, and it was certain things or events that happened in there where I was like, man, you should go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of the question that I was saying and everything. But it was just like it's an interesting perspective because, like you said, it's three different perspectives, three different narratives, and like you said, you on the other end of him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I feel like he on like not to. Cause bottom gonna sound bad, but like he at the bottom.
He on this.
You in the middle, and I'm at the top. Or if you want to do it the other way, he at the top, you in the middle.
However you want to break it
I'm
down.
at the bottom.
Yeah, it's three different perspectives and everything like that. There's three different, opinions, narratives, or whatever. And that's cool. That's what it is. Like you said, no one's gonna be the same. No one's gonna be perfect or whatever, and everything. Like so, and. I think another thing I learned is like shit, ain't nobody gonna be perfect, man. No. So I can do everything that I think that she may want and everything, and it still may not work out. She can do everything that it still may not work out. So it's like, all right, we either gotta come to some common ground in the middle, or we just gotta do things that make us happy and we still join together.
Right.
And I think a lot of times that doesn't happen. It's like, all right, she doing that because she think that's what I want. I'm doing that because I think that's what she want. But it's like, what are we doing to make both of us happy? So,
because I feel like shit. I ain't gonna never be perfect, but shit, I'm still striving to be better. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, shit, you just gonna have to accept me for, what I am. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Move on. Find somebody better if you think you can. There's somebody better out there for you. If you think that, then go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? But don't try to double back, because then I'm just gonna try to fuck on you. If I let you, I'm with you get that far.
Hey, I'm with you on that. Hey, don't double back. It's gonna be bad.
I'm on bullshit.
It's gonna end bad for you. It might end bad for you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't even be on it. But shit, if you think it's sweet like that, try your luck.
I think at this point, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I wanna connect with some people, because there's some people in our family, some people on my other side of my family too. But there's some people in our family that have been married for 40 years, and I just want to talk to them. Like, how did you do this? Like, how did you get?
How, Sway?
And I want, and I want to talk to both of them, like not just the man, but the man and the woman. It's like, what did you do? What was your process in this to make this last this long?
Right.
And I think that's something that get lost maybe in our community, or just a lot of times is because, all right, like this is nothing like that, but I ain't really see too many households like that or too many relationships like that. Like, I ain't see those. you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I mean, I keep it with a buck. Like what I seen was, all right, two people that love me,
Is that
two people that put up with things because of me,
Yeah.
but they ain't. I don't know if they loved each other. I didn't see them, you know what I'm saying, all the lovey-dovey, heavy, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Them to the point to where
so
they
funny.
could, you know, not live without each other. Like, I ain't never seen that, so I don't know what it looked like. So, if you expected me to be that or, you know, have or portray that, shit, I don't know what it looked like. And funny thing is, I told a couple of people that, I'm like, I don't know what you want me to be. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is because I never seen it. And that's not only going from my household, that's going from all my family, my friends, my niggas, all that, you know what I'm saying, from when we was little to, I ain't seen it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I ain't seen nobody that's been together like 40 years like that without it being some BS in between or whatever. I ain't seen that. So if I ain't never seen that, and then I know the people that I
only
grew
know
up around,
two people.
yeah.
I only know two relationships, and it was both family. But as far as like outside of that, like I don't know none of my
Nobody.
friends
I don't know
that
nobody.
they parents still together. None of them.
Nah. Or that it was solid to that point. I don't know that. And then I even know the people that, you know, was mentoring me or my, you know, people, big homies or my influences. I don't know them shit. So it's like, how can you want me to aspire to be something that I never seen? I could try to only be the best version of me, but I ain't never seen that shit. Like 40 years, that's an anomaly to me.
Yeah.
If you get
And
5, that's cool.
Even for me, like full disclosure, like my parents been married 28 years. I'm 29. They still together now. But for half of that time, I ain't really see the best out of it. For half of that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was some good moments, and even now there's still some good moments. Moments, though. But like consistent good moments, the bad moments been more consistent than the good moments.
You remembered a lot of the bad ones, and you
Yeah, more than
Let's keep it in the book.
It's because the good moments was probably before I can really remember. Mm-hmm. And even like between y'all, like not to disclose, you know, what's going on with y'all, but you know, I know your moms. Your mom is my auntie directly to
Yes.
And your pops is my uncle directly, and I know, and even like you know what your pops going through, right? Like even right now, like, but it's like it's hard to disclose that, and that's why I was saying the only two people I know is two couples I know is on our side is Aunt Pearlie and Uncle Henry.
Yeah.
They've been married for like 50 years.
Forever. That's the one. Yep.
And then on my mom's side, my Uncle Nate and my Aunt Ruth, they've been married for like 30 plus years. And between those two, I haven't seen anything. And those are the two couples that I really want to talk to and connect with. It's like, you know, how do you do this? Like how do you last that long? How do you go 30 years? Like even like 10 years. Like how do you go 10 years? Yeah. Or like not even that. Like how do you even get to being married? It's like I ain't even got to that point. Right. Like I haven't even got to that point. I just want to know first, like how do you get to being married? Like how do you get to the point where both of y'all think y'all want to be together for the rest of your lives? Because I want to build that down generation to generation after this and get out of all this other bullshit, you know, that us as a culture.
I mean, this is one thing that I probably, if we're being honest, like I don't know anybody that ever made marriage or anything like that being cool. Like being acceptable, being like, what's up? Like if you really think about it, like a lot of people that I was around, or there are a lot of people that were older than me that grew up with me, it was like, oh, you finna settle down, you finna do that. That ain't what that, man, you be out here, you know what I'm saying? You out here with these hoes, you out here, you know what I'm saying? That's just me being honest. I've never seen marriage portrayed in a light like that to where it was something to aspire to. to where it was something that was just acceptable, something that was tolerable, something that was, good, something that was really something to come home to. Everybody that I know, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't see it like that. They didn't portray it like that. Like, so it was like, all right, I ain't never seen nobody with a good marriage or a cold ass marriage like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the closest ones that I would maybe see was probably your mom and dad and my Uncle Gene and my Aunt Barbara or whatever.
My mom and dad?
Your mom and dad, yes. I'm not keeping a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? And then
there, so
yep. But I wasn't there all the time. So yeah.
But I mean, they had a lot of good years. But that's just not to me that fault that.
From
the outside they did get to a point where it was like, it's kind of sketchy. But from the outside looking in, that was a good example for me. Yeah.
I'm Pearlie and Henry. They all the way in Mississippi. I don't see them like that. I can't pull up on them like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like we was always at y'all house, or we were always around like that. So it was like that was a mirror. I'm like, okay, well, shit, that's one. But out of all of the other interactions, that's only fucking one. This shit, my uncle, that's two. That's two out of how many other interactions or whatever. So ain't nobody ever tell me like
start throwing to your friends.
Your moms and your pops.
That's all
I ain't
I'm
never
saying.
seen.
Yeah, but we didn't even see that.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like I never seen nobody that said, man, this is what you wanna get to. This your goal right here. I never seen motherfuckers that was telling me was in my ear like, hey, you get as many hoes as you can. Not even to say it like that, but I'm keeping it real.
No, I got you on that one as far as my mom's and pops. They wasn't as like, oh, you go out here and do all. Yeah, they wasn't on that.
Yeah, plant your seeds, all kind of shit like that. Baggy, you know what I'm saying? I grew, I grew up in with different type of people and all that kind of shit. They was. The question they wasn't asking me, who you dating or whatever. Who you fucking on? What you doing and shit? Like that was the type of question that I'm like, goddamn. How was your day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me being honest. So it's like, all right, marriage and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't cool. Being with one woman wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so, that wasn't cool.
That's a different type of thing that you interact, because for me that's where I'm at, is where I'm not the type to just be out here, where I'd have been like, I've been between the past decade, I've been in 2 relationships, both of them been 4 years.
Okay.
So it's like I've never been one to been out here, and I tell this to anybody. All my friends know this. You know this. I told this the most. Like, I'm not the type of nigga that to be out here just chasing and trying to fuck with a bunch of different women. I don't want to do that. That's not intriguing to me. That's not exciting to me. I want to have one person that I can depend on. And I don't know, between seeing my parents and seeing how my pops was, like, that's the type of person I was raised to be. And then at the same time, it's like, being a single child, it's like, I'm trying to find somebody to rely on. I ain't never had nobody that I feel like I can rely on, like heavy like that. As an only child, like I've always known, like I gotta look out for myself. But at the same time, I do look out for all the other people, but I never relied on anybody to look out for me, ever. There's been times where people have looked out for me, but I wasn't looking for it. It wasn't like, oh, I can do this and I know this person gonna be. No. And that's the type of shit that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman that you'd be like, I can rely on you to be there, no matter what. And that's why I said the shit about like how women be, they looking for a nigga to pay for your babies, pay for the babysitter, and do like, I'm not giving that to you. I can do it, but I'm not just offering that up to you because I need you to give me something in return.
Nope.
I need to be able to see that you're gonna be there for me as well. I'm not finna just be there for you. The fuck?
Basically, you trying to say you just trying to make sure she got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ain't found that.
And also, what you're saying is it's like it seemed like you looking for a sponsor more than a partner. Right. Like that's
Me?
No, like that's what they looking for is a sponsor. More
Oh yeah.
But making sure you got me. That's what, like you said, it really boils down to like if you got me, I got you.
That's it.
Regardless of the situation, and it's like I think that's lost nowadays because I'm not gonna blame the city girls and all them.
I do. I blame.
I mean that plays a role in certain type of people and everything like that.
No, I ain't gonna blame the city girls.
Yeah,
It's way before that.
It
City
was way
girls
before
is
that or
new,
whatever. But you know what I'm saying. I think like the one thing I learned with that is just like, all right, that might be that type of person. If that's your character, that's who you are. I don't need you around me because
and I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad at you neither because
That's you. That's your lifestyle and the way you.
Those are materialistic things that at any point can fade or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and that's this is no shade against what I'm saying. I don't know if these like young ladies listen to you guys' podcast and everything. Those
They
ones that I was talking to,
They
probably
do.
They probably do.
Because they always chime in like,
Yeah,
no, baby.
They probably do.
We
You know
like
what I'm
women
saying?
like that. I don't know what type of women you talking
I'm
to.
100% sure they probably be like,
I don't know
what's
what
his
kind of
gram
women you
name?
talking
You
to.
need to talk to him. But it's like, those ones that were saying, like, I want a big stepper. I want to, a nigga that's about it or whatever like that. That shit can fade at any point.
Mm-hmm. So
So it's like, but a motherfucker that really got you, that's something forever. That's a motherfucker that's solid.
mm-hmm.
And I don't think people really understand the difference or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And I can just tell you this like that, just hearing, what you're talking about and everything like that. For one, you make me want to be a better person. And I'm not saying I was a bad person, but it was just like, I was kind of like that too. It was just like, I can admit my flaws at this point or whatever, especially with certain people or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then also some of them wasn't even flaws. Some of them, maybe even was confidence and things like that. Like there was a lot of things with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little fucked up, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? But I could tell you this is what, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're a good dude, keep being a good dude. If you're a good woman, keep being a good woman because good people are good. Those are rare people to find or whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a world with a lot of fucked up people and, it makes you really be guarded. And I'm probably one of the people that's probably guarded the most, whatever like that, because like I said, it takes a lot for you to me to even really fuck with you or rock with you like that. But once I do, I give you the world. But I'm keeping it real, like, you know what I'm saying? Even, people that I, rock with this, I'm cool with this day. It might have took them a minute for me to be like, all right, they really cool with me. They really cool with Boom. They really cool. But before it might have been like, nah, I'm straight. But but don't ever change to being you. You know what I'm saying? And don't ever, because
Thank you.
then this is another thing that I learned too, is just like, all right, all these relationships, and this probably go for all three of us and everything. And it's like all these relationships, all these people we interact with and everything like that is just like, all right, those was either a lesson or a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And I could say this, like the ones that I lost, those was a lesson because it's like, all right, some of those, it was like, all right, they weren't shit. It wasn't meant to be. And some of them, it was like, all right, you fucked that up. You can't keep fucking up with good people, with good women like that. Those was all lessons or whatever. And then some of them was blessings where it was like, where they turned out to be, you didn't want that. You didn't need that. That would have turned into something that you really didn't want for the rest of your life. So you kind of could, look at those situations and in those kind of contexts too and be like, all right, those things didn't work out, but it's like, all right, I'm not finna change who I am as a person. I'm not finna change my character or anything like that. And it's like, all right, eventually, like you said, that person is going to come along and then, what I'm saying, y'all will be good. So, you know what I'm saying? But, I could tell you this from, just don't stop being a good person, a good guy and all those kind of things like that because, those type of people are just hard to come by. And like you said, you know what I'm saying, Jay, don't stop being a motherfucker that ain't gonna take shit. Like, hey, this what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be with me, this what it is. Don't stop being that motherfucker because, like you said, people look. If you're not a certain way, one thing I learned too, and
you ain't gonna be the nigga like me.
Yes, you're not gonna be, or people.
But not to say that that's a bad thing. But I'm just saying, if you're not gonna go through what I.
If you're not like that, sometimes people will take advantage of you. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, don't stop being that nigga because it's like, all right, this me. If you deal with it, I'm pretty sure if they deal with it and they rock with it, you like, shit, that's for me. That's my vibe. That's whatever. So it's like
the thing is though, as long as you ain't fucking nobody over,
right?
Whatever you doing, there ain't nothing bad about it,
right?
And but like you said, at the same time, like me, people might be taking advantage, of me and my kindness, or I'm not gonna say me just to take it away from that.
A good person.
They might be taking advantage of a good person, but it's like, no, don't stop being a good person. Being a good person is a good thing.
Right.
The person that did whatever, took advantage of you is wrong. You're not wrong for being a good person.
Right.
The person is wrong for taking advantage of you.
Yeah, and you know, so that's what it is, man. But it's just like I said, it's just a lot out here, man. So
it ain't like I don't want to do certain shit, but it just be like, shit, I'm not finna waste my time doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
if I don't have to,
you got a point, and like I said, I respect. The reason I respect that point of view and everything like that is because that's 100%. Because it's like, all right. Even me, like, it be certain things that I be want to do, or I'll see, and I'll be like, damn, I wish I had a motherfucker to do shit like that. But it's like, all right, with certain people that I interact with, it's like, all right, okay. Like, some of this, the stories that I told y'all or whatever, like, all right, you know what I'm saying, between the two that was, you know, fucking with drug dealers and shit like that. I don't know how I would feel if I did certain things for them. I would be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, and then would I be like, all right, I would be like, all right, is this energy really, you fuck with me, like you really like me, or is this just because I'm doing X, Y, and Z?
mm-hmm.
And I would never want to feel like that.
Yeah. You only fuck with me because I'm doing this.
And the crazy thing is both of them was talking about, oh, that the nigga that he wasn't shit, he was this and that. Well, obviously, you need to find a different type.
But because he was...
Because you look past that because he was, you know what I'm saying, throwing some... He was having in the shit. So, you know, but... It is what it is, but, you know, but like I said, it's just... I learned this from my experiences. It's just like you said, just shit, don't stop being you, man. If you're a good person, should be you. If you're a good person, be a good person. If you're an asshole, be an asshole. Whatever, be you. Somebody's gonna accept it regardless.
Yeah.
But you know, don't be something that you're not or whatever. And you know, like I said, I respect both of you guys. And you know, y'all kind of got the point of view and you know the perspective of where it's like this is me, accept it or not. And that's what it should be. You should accept me and all my flaws, all my greatness, all my wins, my losses, all kind of shit like that. So if you can't, kick rocks.
Fuck you. If you don't fuck with me, if you don't fuck with me for who I am, then fuck you. Yeah, hey, listen. The bottom line is know your worth at the end of the day. Like, know what you bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? And you might not be bringing shit to the table, but you need to know that within yourself. Even if, you know what I'm saying?
That's another jewel right there he's dropping for y'all right here. I'm telling you, it's jewels right here that's being dropped, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast right now. Man. So that's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that goes to, like I said, when the difference between good, bad, and bitter. Like, it's some of them where I knew, like, all right, I wasn't ready for that at this point in my life. So it's no point in me wasting her time or whatever. It's no point in me going through that when I know I'm not 100% in with her or whatever. All right, it's no point in me going through this and I know she's super bitter. We wasting both of our time. Like, you still worried about that nigga or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole gem right there.
Yeah. I ain't settling. It's one thing I said I'm not gonna do moving forward. I'm not settling for shit. It's one thing to get in a relationship and compromise, but I'm not finna be settling for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, shit. It's one thing to work towards something, but I'm not finna be jumping through no hoops like I'm a circus act. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not finna be just throwing out money just because I know that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Or doing all this type of goofy shit because I know that's what you want. We gotta be equally yoked. Like, it gotta be like yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it ain't worth my time. It's gonna have to be a situation where I said I was I was thinking about this shit earlier. I was thinking a lot this past couple days. I was like, shit. I got one good relationship left. After that, I'm just gonna start selling dick. And that's gonna be what it is. At this point. So I swear to God, I was thinking about that shit. I was like, damn. I'm like, shit, I got one more good one in me. Cause I'm like, man, listen. I'm just gonna be single. I might not get all the way to selling dick, but being married or in a relationship, it might be dead. If this next one don't work, it might be a wrap.
Hey man, that's an interesting perspective, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, dude.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you, man. You need
Hey.
you know what I'm saying?
Because I don't think I got no more in me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think I got no more good ones in me. No bullshit, bro. I feel like I gave so much in my last 2 relationships that I ain't got no more in me.
Yeah.
I don't. I just can't.
That shit is draining.
I need a certain amount of number of years where I can recharge. Like you said, it's draining. Like where I can recharge and get to that point, because it's like I can't do that. I feel like you were saying, like I'm a good you saying from the sounds of it, like I'm a good person. It's like I feel like I've sacrificed so much of me just to make the person I'm with happy. And it's not like I'm not happy, because I'm the type of person where it's like, if you happy, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. But it's just got to the point for me where it's like, I did so much for the past 2 people to make them happy, and it just wasn't accepted. So it's like, fuck, I'm doing that for? It don't even make no sense. Like, why am I doing that?
Right.
And the thought is like, I can't make you happy. Mm-hmm. You can't make nobody happy. They gotta make themselves happy. So it's like, if you ain't happy already when I meet you, I don't want nothing to do with you.
That's more work on you.
If you expecting me to come in this and make you happy or make you more happy, or
you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's like I gotta make up for the shit that, you know what I'm saying, that you already had going on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm me. I'm me, and you gotta accept it at this point.
Right.
I'm me. I'm not doing nothing else but being me. If you can't accept it, that's it. That's it.
I'm gonna go off of a situation that I had that kind of ties into that, and it's like, all right, I was with somebody for like 5 years, and it was kind of along them lines too, where I did everything to make them happy, you know what I'm saying, this or that or whatever, but it kind of got to the point to where we was in the crib, we was chilling one day, and you know, after you've been with somebody for a while, you know what I'm saying, I mean, even though I ain't never seen it, you start thinking about things. You start thinking about, okay, marriage, can I spend the rest of my life with this person or whatever? Am I really gonna be happy? And I just sat there one day, it was random as fuck. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at her, I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I'm like, can I really be happy with this person for the rest of my life? Can I really see myself with this person for the rest of my life? And it was just a situation where I was like, I don't know. It was like a situation where it was like, all right, I could put up with it for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but would I be totally 100% happy? I can't say that. And to me, if you say we're going to get married, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, that's something that you kind of have to give your all into. And I don't think I was giving her my all, and I don't think that I was happy with her in that relationship that we were in and everything like that. And if you know what I'm saying, you kind of get to that point and you ask that question, it's like, all right, it shouldn't be a question mark. It shouldn't be a maybe and everything like that. It should be like, all right, she makes me happy, I make her happy.
Right. And
when I really asked myself that, I was just like, man, I was just like, what the fuck is we doing? If I said that on my end, and I knew how she felt about me, You know, maybe I didn't. You know, whatever it is, what it is. You know, that shit in there kind of weird or whatever. But when that was a really genuine question, and I've never asked myself that in any other relationship. And I was just like, damn, can I be happy with her? And I was just sitting there looking at her, like, and just thinking about all the shit that happened and all the things that could happen. And I was just like, I don't know. And I was like, if it's a I don't know, that ain't a for sure. And
Right.
everything like that. And you know, and like I said, man, y'all, you know, I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all talking and stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? It really just, I can speak from experience of me fucking up, and I wasn't even that dude. Like, I can say this, like, I just had my goal up and everything like that. I ain't even in front, you know what I'm saying, within the past, you know what I'm saying, 5 to 10 years, whatever the case may be. But when I say continue to be you guys, continue to be you guys, and like, and everything that you guys are saying is just like, all right, like, I wish that I could say I gave my all in relationships like you guys have. I wish that I could say that. And that's not me being, listen, and this is, you know, for anybody out there that, you know, that's probably going to be like, what the fuck is his Instagram? You know, this is not me saying it like I'm just the best looking nigga in the world or, you know, the smoothest nigga in the world. None of that shit. It was some things and some demons in me that I was really just fighting with, but that just really didn't give me the opportunity to give myself to everybody. But it's like, I wish that I could have said that I did that. And for y'all, I could just say, man, continue to do that, man, because at the end of the day, I would rather have a situation where I'd be like, man, I gave my all. The shit either worked or it didn't, or to be on my end or my perspective where I'd be like, man, I probably gave Shorty 40%. If that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it real. Like, but that's just the way maybe I was around, the way I was programmed, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. But it's like, I wish that I could say that there was a relationship or interaction that I had with somebody to where I could say, like, I gave them 100%. I gave them all of me. You know, shit ain't happened. I don't know if it will. You know, but, you know, but that's all you can do in the game when, you know what I'm saying, love and relationships and everything like that. It's like, shit, that's all you can do is give yourself, give your all. And it's like, now, it's like you said, it's different. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's weird, and you're so guarded and hesitant to be like, all right, if I give her my all, she gonna be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be on some weird shit. She gonna be on some simps. It's so many things, but it's like, I wish that I could, you know, especially with a couple of people, that I could say those type of things or whatever. So it's just, I could really still keep stressing that point, man. Y'all keep being y'all, man. Like, you know, don't let no one change you. Don't let any situation change you. And I would say this, like, if, you know, all the situations that you're talking about or all the things that y'all been through, it's like, all right, think about it from this perspective. Those situations, those relationships, those kind of made you guys realize things that you don't want and things that you do want for the rest of your life, right? So, I mean, you kind of take it as a blessing or whatever because, all right, let's just say y'all still in some of them situations that I was talking about. Could y'all say y'all would be happy at this point?
Absolutely not.
That's all I'm saying. And even it took me.
If I'm not gonna say absolutely not. If it would have stayed in that point where it ended, no, absolutely not.
It took me.
If it could have grown from there, maybe not. I don't know.
It took me going from those type of situations, with relationship, I'm living together with a motherfucker for like 5 years, for me coming back not having shit, and me going back up and me being a whole different person and being like, all right, that's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Okay, who's to say if y'all would have been in them still situations, could y'all say y'all would have had this? Could y'all would have say y'all still would have had the relationship y'all had with each other? Could y'all say y'all would have had the podcast y'all had with each other? XYZ, all those different things like that you don't think about. It's like, all right, all of those things were lessons and everything like that. I can say me, if I would have been with the person that I was with for the longest, I damn sure wouldn't have been this person that I am right now. And I love me. At this point, kind of love me, whatever. But it's like I learned that as a lesson, though. It was and at the time, I'm like, man, I'm fucked up. I'm listening to R&B, all kind of shit, man. But, you know, so it's like you kind of can't you take it as what is all right. That's what I didn't want. That's what I knew wouldn't make me completely happy. That's like you said. That's some shit I'm not gonna put up with.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the way I kind of look at it or whatever. And then it makes you kind of, you know, change your perspective and things like that. So it's like, all right, I'll be having some crazy shit happen to me, but I'll be thinking about, all right, if this domino didn't fall that way, would the other one have fell the other way?
Right.
So, you know, is it like I said, you kind of got to think of it as that thing like that. And you know what I'm saying? If that's your path, if your path is one more relationship, it's gonna be one more relationship. If it's out here knocking these hoes like dick, that's your relationship. that's your destiny and shit. Like, that nigga was destined for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you was destined to be a good dude, you be a good dude. And I'm, you know, there's gonna be women that's gonna appreciate that perspective and that perspective.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, everything was lessons, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I feel you on that one. And before I get to what I'm saying, I appreciate that from you, because, like, I don't, not to make you feel old, but, like,
no, I'm old.
you OG to us at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can only tell y'all, man, y'all both in y'all 20s, man.
Yeah,
you know, so I'm
shit, I'll be 30 this year.
Shit, you in my club, all right.
Five months, I'll be 30.
Never mind. But you know what I'm saying? I mean,
but I do appreciate that from you. Is like, and that's the whole point that I was trying to make, as far as like reaching out to the older people that we know. Well, collectively we only know one person, but or one couple. But that's the whole point that I was trying to make, is as far as reaching out to somebody that's older and that's been through shit and that's like really know. And that's why I was saying, it's just what you said. You was like, you know, don't stop being you. And I definitely then got to a point where it's like, man, I'm not finna be giving these women, I'll be respectable. I'm not giving these women the shit that I was getting. Like, low key, after the last shit that I've been through, I was like, I'm tired of taking care of women. I'm tired of treating women. I'm tired of being, you know, whatever women want, you know, the gentleman type. I want a woman to treat me. Right. I want a woman to take care of me.
Right.
I'm done with that. I'm not taking care of no woman. I'm not paying for dates. I'm not doing none of that shit. I want a woman that's out here that's taking me on a date.
Right. Giving
me money. Hey, you need some money for this? Hey, you got to build this? I want that type of... I ain't even going to say bills, because I don't need no woman to pay for none of my bills. Like, that's taking it to that's taking it to a different level for me. Mm-hmm. But I want a woman that's going to take care of me. Take me on a date.
Right. He said, if you want me to beat it, I need to be treated.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a buck though. I mean, I know what you wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? I say it for you. You probably your mentality was, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really care. But your mentality probably was like shit. Man, fuck no. Your mentality was like, man, fuck these hoes, man. I'm gonna keep it going. That's how niggas feel sometimes. But it's like that's how you. But it's like when you get to that point. But like I say, but that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? I could just tell. For not only for us being family, but I could just tell from just, you know what I'm saying, the way that you talking now, just your conversation and everything like that. Like, you can tell a good person or a good dude from everything like that. And I was just like, man, don't stop being you and everything. And I get what you're saying. It's because when you're a good person, depending on who you interact with, people either accept that or people either take advantage of that. And like you said, after a while, you get tired of that shit. You like, man, ain't shit wrong with me. Why the fuck is she doing it? Dead ass. Like, and you know what? I've been there too. I've been like,
I don't want to say take advantage, because it's some people that don't realize they taking advantage. I'd rather say take for granted.
For granted. That, yep. I would agree with that.
Like, it's not an intentional thing. It's where it's like,
Like,
but
you
it's
ain't
like
realize
you
it's
don't
bad
realize,
type shit.
You think every
you
nigga
don't
fin- you
realize
think
how
every nigga
good
finna
this
do that
is.
for you.
Yeah, like no.
I would say that too. Yep.
Until you get with 2 or 3 other niggas and you like, damn, that was the best nigga I ever had.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you
So
get that-
I feel like that's where I'm at. It's like I don't feel taken advantage of because I would never do anything that I don't feel like I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been a situation where I was doing something because for them. I was doing it I've been ensuring it because I wanted to do it. And even in those situations, because I've talked to these women, I'd be like, they would feel like, they would be in certain circumstances to do certain stuff. And I was like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Because I will be the same way. If I don't want to do it, I don't want nobody trying to convince me to do something that I don't want to do. So everything I did, I wanted to do. Nobody took advantage of me. But it just get to the point where it's like, man, I'm tired of taking care of like, and not to say it like that, like I just, like I was a trick or some shit. But it's like I'm tired of being on that end.
Right.
I want to be on the receiving end. I'm tired of being on the giving end. I want to be on the receiving end.
Ask, hey, free game. Hey, fellas, ask that woman for some money. Even if you don't really need it, it's just a test. Ask her for some money.
Dog, that's what your uncle said. That's what Uncle Reggie said. He said that. He was like, if you really want to know if a woman rock with you.
Yeah, when we was
yeah.
That was my uncle Ken that said that.
No, that was Reggie.
He said that shit?
Yeah. No, he didn't say that. He said that to everybody. That was Reggie.
Yeah?
That's who house we was at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. I know somebody said it.
No, it was Reggie.
I know somebody said
that. He was like, when you want a woman, hey, ask her to borrow some money.
Right. And see what
that's how you know it's gonna be real.
What she do.
Yeah. If she lets you borrow some money, that's when it's real.
Yep.
And it's for me, like, I never ask a woman, like, a dog, ain't nobody ever, like, it's been people that done shit for me, like, you done shit for me, like, I just paid you some money back today for doing certain shit for me. But it ain't never been nobody that I've really asked for, like, a big sum of money other than my parents.
Right.
I've never ever or the bank, of course. But the bank and my parents, I'm there, and not even my parents. I don't even ask my mom. I'll ask my pops. So I've never had to rely on anybody to be there for me, and that's why I say it's important for me to be with a woman that's gonna be there for me, because I've never ever had to or had any desire or need to rely on anybody other than my parents.
Right. And you don't like burning your bridges.
Yeah.
Asking for shit when you don't really need it.
I think that's kind of that only child syndrome too. It's just like, all right, it's just me, so it's always gonna be.
It's always been me.
You know?
Always
So
been me.
that-
I can be with 100 motherfuckers. I would never rely on any of them to be for there for me.
So yeah, that's just.
And it's like it's not like I don't want you to be there for me. If you there, I'm grateful for it and I'm surprised. But if you not there for me, cool.
So
I ain't expect you to be there.
Right. I'm gonna get it done regardless.
Yeah.
People will get mad at me for stuff like that. Because I'm dead ass. People will be like, bro, why you didn't say nothing? I'm like, shit, it's always just been me. So,
Always.
You know,
Make it happen.
Yep, I'm gonna make it happen. And like you said, it's just like people don't. I think that's just maybe society in general. Is people always think like, all right, good people are always gonna come around. Good people are always gonna be in your corner. Good people are always gonna be in your circle. Good, but that's not really the case or whatever. And one thing that I really learned is like good people are hard to find. And so like you said, like both of y'all said, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker don't really realize how good they had it or just a good person that they had in their corner. And then once you lose them, you be like, all right, well, damn, you know what I'm saying, the motherfuckers out here ain't shit. Or the motherfuckers out here, they just won't, this or that or whatever. So, like you said, you at some point you really get, and even, I can say this about myself, and even I kind of have to even question myself. Because, you know what I'm saying, you be looking around, you be out, and you be like, how the fuck he catch her? Like, how the fuck he or even, you know what I'm saying, certain people or whatever, you be like, what the fuck? Like, man, I'm a good dude. Bro ain't, you know what I'm saying, bro ain't shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you have to kind of ask yourself that. But it's like, all right, you don't know those situations. You don't even know if they're truly happy or whatever. But it's like, all right, I think we've all got to that point to where we be like, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? Or what is, but it's like, motherfucker gotta just be like, all right, I can only be me. I can only be the best version of me. If I'm the best version of me, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of that person that I can be. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of things that only child syndrome really tied into me because, like you said, there have been times where I don't talk to motherfuckers. I won't do this or that. And motherfuckers that be like, oh, you don't care about me. You don't do this or that. I'll be like, it's been me my whole life. I don't know.
I ain't never been in a situation where I had to deal with somebody else.
No, I've never been in that situation. Yeah. So I don't know how. It's not that I don't care, but it's just be me. Or you don't open up to me. It's like, all right, I know what I got to do to take care of this. So why would I tell you? Like, you might help me or you might give me some advice, but I know what I'm gonna do to take care of it. So it's just
like before you, I had to take care of this.
I had me. Before you, I had me. Right. So it's just
I ain't never had to look out for nobody, and I ain't never had nobody to look out for me.
Right. It's so many like things or questions and things that like I said, I fuck shit up unintentionally or people have been like, I didn't know if you cared about me and everything like that, and I cared about them more than the wheels fell off. Like, and I'd be hurt. I'd be like, damn, you ain't think I cared? I did. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even no. It was just like I did some shit to make sure it was good, but it's just like I don't know any other way to express it. Things like that. So, it is what it is. But
yeah.
To everybody out there, man, all I could just tell y'all is, man, like I said, man, if you're a good person, keep being a good person. If you're not a good person, continue being not a good person. So, you know what I'm saying? But don't change who you are, because it's like it's somebody out there that's going to, you haven't found them, it's somebody out there that's going to appreciate you, or somebody that's going to match your energy and everything like that. So, continue to be that.
So true to self.
True to yourself, yes, and that's one thing I learned is you do more harm to yourself when you're not true to yourself than when you are. It's because when you try to portray something that you're not, or you try to be something that you're not, that's when you attract certain people that you probably may not need, or just you're in certain situations that you might not need, or whatever. So, it is what it is. So everything goes back to it's a lesson or a blessing. So take it for what it is.
We'll wrap it up now. Do the quick participation trophy. It's going to the niggas that was or the guy. I don't even know if it was a guy, but whoever it was that left the vaccines out in what was it, Grafton?
What?
I think it was in Grafton. Yeah.
What?
He left the vaccines out. Vaccine tampering, pretty much. He left that shit out overnight somewhere. I think it was it was somewhere up north in Wisconsin.
Cedarburg.
Yeah, I think it was Grafton, but I'm not sure for sure. But regardless, part of his participation trophy going to him. Hey, I get it. If you don't believe in taking the vaccine, cool. That's you. You don't take the vaccine. But don't keep other niggas from taking the vaccine that feel like they need to take the vaccine. And what's crazy is the vaccine right now is only going out to the elderly and
essential workers.
No, not even essential workers. Just medical workers. People that work with the elderly and people that work at the hospitals. So, I get it. You want to take a stand, cool. I get it. I understand it. But the people that need it, it's the only people that's getting it right now. So this ain't the right time to be trying to take that stand. But
Right.
shout out to you. I get it. That's all right. You want to shout your shit out again? Your podcast?
I mean, yeah. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for having me on here. Like I said again, you know, so I'm part of the, 5 Dubs podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on podcast app, free on Apple Podcast app. Yeah, that's 5 Dubs at 5 Dubs. 5 Dubs podcast. You know what I'm saying? We on a lot of different platforms. Like I said, Instagram, Apple Podcast app, Anchor, maybe Spotify. I'm not sure.
It's on Spotify. That's what I heard.
Twitter. You know what I'm saying? We on there too. So we got a decent little podcast. You know what I'm saying? We've been at it for like a year. So you know what I'm saying? Just give us a listen. You know, we appreciate that. So
I got a participation trophy.
Oh, you do?
For the motherfuckers that stormed the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all tweaking. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, y'all did y'all shit, though. I mean, it seemed like shit. For the most part, y'all got away with the shit that y'all did. Except for the motherfuckers that's to be locked up. You know what I'm saying? I hope they catch y'all ass. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them got caught. Quite a few of them got caught. So
yeah, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how many people get charged. You know what I'm saying?
According to Trump's last, I ain't gonna say last, but he signed some bill that it's a 10-year minimum sentence
We're gonna see
for
if
doing
that shit,
what they did.
They get held to that shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what happened. We're gonna see exactly what happened. But we know we already know how this could go. So yeah. And I said everybody who stormed the Capitol, but especially them people who got hurt or had their lives taken. I'm not one that wished death on nobody, but shit, you knew the risk going into this shit.
Had to know.
You had to know, right? You storming the Capitol of the United States, like okay. It's like how can you feel bad for somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, if you had any type of family or anybody that cared about you, and then you go up there, and then this ain't even a protest. Motherfuckers actually broke into the fucking Capitol and trashed that bitch, tore that bitch up, stealing shit, looting, all type of shit. I'm like, if you willing to go that far, then you got to know the risk. Shit. Just like joining any type of organization like that, joining a gang or whatever, shit, you got to know the risk. Shit, if you willing to take it that far, then you got to be like, you got to know that's what's going to happen. And I don't feel bad at all for anybody that got injured in that situation, unless you was one of them people trying to stop them and shit. Like, I know for sure it was like one cop that died. You know what I'm saying? Just doing his job and shit. So, hey. I don't feel bad for none of them people that got hurt. Like I said before, especially that one person that fell off that wall trying to climb that bitch. Sit your goof ass down. I hope your toes broke, bitch. Yeah, that's all I got to say, though. On that, I don't give a fuck. Who mad?
All right, well, that's it, man. Not included pod everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Cash App, not included pod. Hit that up. We ain't got no check me. You say we gonna leave the check me to John.
Yeah, man.
So that's it, man. Shout out Cuzzo. This is a fully cousin loaded podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out Cuzzo for coming on, and shout out his podcast,
It's the
5
Cuzzo
Dubs.
edition.
Yeah. That's it, man. We out.
Yeah.